Hello, hello, hello. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh.
Hey, Chick.
I almost said Josh Allen. I have football on the brain.
Wow.
That's Josh Arnold.
We got interesting news about Josh's last name coming up.
Really?
Allen or Arnold?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But you're not related to Benedict Arnold, right?
Not that I'm aware.
Okay. All right. There's Ace. Ace Cosby.
Not related to Bill.
There's Willie Griswold. I'm
Hey,
Chick
man.
McGee, and here's,
Denying relation to me.
here's Tom. All right.
that you know of.
We have interesting news story coming up about last names.
Real or fake?
Real.
All right.
I think you'll find it very interesting. Got a nice letter here. Great show with Mr. Godwin and Willie Saturday.
Oh, thank you.
P.S. Tell Willie my godson loves his souvenir gift.
Oh, yeah. I was the rolling papers, the Willie G. rolling papers. I thought he was just, some people, when they buy the rolling papers, they won't admit they're for him.
Right.
They'll be like, oh, no, it's for my godson, or it's for my girlfriend's kid. But I think this guy might have really been for his godson.
He's a truck driver from Michigan. All right.
Oh, yeah, man. Love truck drivers.
Thank you for driving those trucks. We're going to do some truck driver requests this morning. If you're driving a big rig or a small rig or whatever, we appreciate your safe driving and all the stuff you're doing to deliver all that stuff that we need. Why not send us a couple of pull over and send us an email with your requests here. It's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com, or get the app, for God's sake. You can listen to the show wherever you are on your favorite station. The Bob and Tom app is free. We don't talk about it very often, but it's out there. It's all very cool, all kinds of neat stuff. Also, the VIP, the Bob and Tom VIP thing is really worth investigating because we have some top secret new stuff coming. I can't really say what it is.
Got an email.
What is it?
From Joel. Dear Chick and whoever else cares. You'll find out why he said that. I've got an ailment. Not with my left knee, not with my right knee, with my wee knee.
Oh, my.
It's got a hole in it.
How'd that happen?
Thanks for your concern. I don't know.
Okay.
Sign Joel. There you go. He just wanted to tell us.
Yeah, I can
Well,
remember.
don't they all have holes in them?
That's the
Well,
joke.
that's the joke. And by
Chrissy,
the way,
I got a problem.
What?
My butt. It's got a crack in it.
Oh, so sorry.
See the same anatomical joke, you see.
doesn't Christy Lee look like she's a member of the Marvel Universe and she's a superhero on like lunch break?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Totally.
I don't think Christy has ever looked better. Your bangs look so sweet.
I'm getting
Those
them
are-
all cut in
those are-
4 hours.
They look shorter
Don't do it.
today than they did yesterday.
They look really
Really?
good, and
They do.
you look great. Your skin tone is beautiful, and those are my favorite glasses
Well,
that you
thank
have.
you.
Gosh.
You look really nice today.
Do I owe you money?
I wish you did. I'm a little light right now.
I can spot you at 20.
That's okay.
I give you $20, not even think about it.
Do you use the term? Do you use the term? I can float you a 20. Do you ever use that?
No, I don't really ever say that, but
Because I'm a little light. Anybody? What's the current parlance for that?
can I borrow a 20?
May I borrow $20?
Yeah.
Really?
You want something cool, don't you?
Yeah.
Like dish me a double deuce. or
Ace,
something.
in your world,
Oh,
what?
God.
Can I hold 20?
Can I hold 20? That means
I like that.
That means you give me 20 and I don't get it
Well,
back.
you give me a 20. And
You know,
And he holds it for you.
I hold it.
Well, then do you spend it?
Hell yeah.
Tom's got that, like, he just discovered fire. Haven't you heard that?
No.
That's the guy that's a variation on the, hey, can I borrow a cigarette? Mine are in the machine. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Chick, can I hold 20?
No, you can't.
I like that. I'd never heard it either, to be honest.
Whoever wrote those little throwaway jokes are genius people, and I think they should be recognized.
Yeah, I often wonder if there's some kind of roster in heaven where you can find out the guy who wrote Beans, the musical fruit. Had to be a guy. Would it be a shock if it wasn't?
It was
Yes.
Charlize Theron as a young toddler.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, there's some classic songs out there that we don't know the origin of them.
It's true. Yeah, it's very true.
Just kind of curious. Pat, do you have some songs for us this morning?
I think I do, yeah. I think I got some pretty good ones
Sure,
coming
look
up.
forward to that. First things first, an NFL game last evening. did not go out the way we thought it would, I must say.
No, I thought at least the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would show up with Tom Brady. But Tom got some yelling in. He was dirting the ball, and he got some yelling in at his teammates. So he got that all taken care of. Dak Prescott, short for Dakota, threw 4 touchdown passes and ran for another.
Ooh.
As the Cowboys win 31-14 in Tampa last night. 4-3 on the shoe this week. Playoffs, it's a fickle mistress.
Is it?
Josh.
Isn't it?
Aren't you glad you didn't double shock that yesterday?
That would have been
when
4-4. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You were really pushing it.
Is it fair to say this has been one of the greatest NFL seasons in history?
Well, I think we said this last year too.
So many
the games are closer and closer and closer. Yeah, I know.
The pundits have been wrong a lot.
Down to one possession.
So,
So we've got this weekend coming up, and it's a doozy of a divisional round. Like is a super wild card weekend, a doozy divisional.
could I ask
like
one
that?
favor of all those sports talk people?
Okay.
Could we not talk about whether Tom Brady's going to retire for the next 3 weeks constantly?
I just wish Tom would take all of his accolades and go and sit on the couch.
I want Tom to do whatever he wants to do.
Whatever
I
he
just don't want
wants
to hear
to
a bunch
do.
of airhead
I just don't want him
sports
yelling at
idiots
anybody.
talking about why he should retire.
I hope he takes a well-resting vacation. A tough year. And I'm not just talking on the field.
All
Right.
I have to say is I'm just betting. I don't think there are many ex-teammates that hang out with Tom Brady, okay? I'm not going to play better because you're yelling at me, okay? I'm just not.
Do you think that there's anybody in his life right now going, this is what you wanted, isn't it? This is exactly what you wanted, isn't it, football man?
That's why she got out.
Hi. How'd the game go? Knowing he lost.
Hey, give the guy a break, okay? Go on a nice vacation, Tom.
Jeez.
Tom Brady
Yes.
is great.
divorced.
Yeah, you know what? Tom Brady needs a
Tom
break.
Brady.
Yeah, he's already
yes, he
After
does.
this year, he kind of does.
Really? Yeah.
A very public,
Get him a
He's lived
break.
a charmed life.
scrutinized divorce.
Yes, this is
a very public,
absolutely-
scrutinized losing of millions of dollars.
A great athlete. It's very difficult to be famous.
The only reason
Can you
people don't
imagine
like him is because he's good.
Yeah, if every morning you woke up and there was some guy analyzing every move you made, can you imagine if the phone would ring and, well, let's talk about what chick on the show yesterday. Well, let's see, at the 8:20 break, obviously,
Why aren't there
he checked
people?
out.
Why aren't there people interviewing us after the show? Hey, how'd it go today?
Oh, God.
I really
Because they
left
value their lives.
I left it on the floor in there this morning about
Yeah.
6:20. Let me tell you,
It's not really a formal interview, but my therapist, boy, he likes to let me know when I kind of get out of here.
Tom Brady could be a little bit more gracious.
You don't think he is? You don't think he's appreciative of it all at all?
No, I'm
You don't
sure
see any
he
humility?
is. I'm sure he is. Yes, I think they should give him the Nobel Prize and make a statue of him and have a Tom Brady Day every July 5th.
I'm just saying,
How about that?
just give me and everyone a break. And I just don't want to hear some sports idiots speculating about Tom Brady's future for the next month, okay?
Well, good luck if that's what they're going to be doing.
Just maybe talk about the forthcoming games and how exciting they're going to be. Perhaps that would be fun.
I want to talk about Brett Maher, the Dallas Cowboys kicker last night.
You mean missing 4 extra points?
No, he missed 4. And
Did he really?
4 out of 5.
Whoa.
And hello, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown will be kicking, holding the ball, Lucy.
And the right before they kicked, I think it was the 3rd one or the 4th one, Dak Prescott is seen on the sideline screaming, "Go for 2!" Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He screamed the F word.
That's funny.
Right in there in the middle.
Okay, right now, I want to
More sports coming up.
scream the L word, which is love. That should
I
be
wanna
Steven Singer's middle name, I think.
I want to
Stephen
send Tom.
Love
I want to
Singer?
send Tom Brady some jewelry. That's what I make sure he's okay.
Okay.
That'd be very nice of you.
That would be very nice of me. What
Maybe an earring,
the
perhaps.
hell is this?
The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Steven Singer is releasing the brand new rose color for 2023. These roses, have I pointed this out, that they're dipped in 24 karat gold? Beautiful American Beauty roses. And it's an annual event for Steven Singer Jewelers. This one's called Perry, as in periwinkle. A real long-stemmed American Beauty rose dipped and trimmed in pure 24 karat gold with kind of a purpley blue petal. sort of an indigo. Am I getting this clear? Violet meets blue. What we're talking about is IHateStevenSinger.com. That's the place you will land if you want to grab one of these roses for your sweetie. The new rose always sells out fast, so act today and get this done. By the way, they're very inexpensive. They start at just $59, exclusively available at Steven Singer Jewelers. Some folks collect them. It's the #1 gift for Valentine's Day. Steven Singer Jewelers, of course, is found at IHateStevenSinger.com. Real jewelers, real roses in 24-karat gold for your real love. Free shipping, of course, and the free lifetime guarantee. And Steven Singer, always, of course, famous for those beautiful earrings. And you can always upgrade. Get the details at IHateStevenSinger.com. Maybe we should change it to Steven Love Singer. Yeah, that's it, baby. He's the the jeweler of lovers. IHateStevenSinger.com. Meet Perry. When we come back, we will check into the sporting scene. Also, some very exciting stuff in the world of news today. We have to update you on Jughead.
And
we never got to that yesterday.
Harlem Globetrotter update, just for Tom.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I just saw the Globetrotters the night. They were great. And what's in a name? We're going to find out an interesting thing about your last name today. And, hey, there are 2 people locked in my trunk. What's going on there? Oh. We'll find out about that, too. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks so much for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. I'm Mark Allison. It is a Tuesday, January 17th. On the way, Kostaki Economopoulos to talk about the National Football League. Of course, our final playoff game of the Super Wild Card weekend last night, and the Dallas Cowboys taking care of business against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, eliminating them from the playoffs last night. Kostaki will have all the details in his segment when he calls in. Of course, Chick McGee continuing at the sports desk with the actual details of the game coming up. And comedian David Dyer will be joining us as well, part of the Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour with Josh Arnold and Greg Hahn coming up this Saturday in Green Bay, Wisconsin at the Meyer Theater. It's going to be a great show, and it kicks off our 2023 Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour. Josh Arnold, Greg Hahn, and that man, David Dyer, who will be joining us later this morning in the 9 o'clock hour right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison. With a look at things you may have missed, Nepalese authorities Tuesday began returning to families the bodies of victims of a flight that crashed Sunday. Said they were sending the aircraft's data recorder to France for analysis as they try to determine what caused the country's deadliest plane accident in nearly 30 years. The flight plummeted into a gorge Sunday while on approach to land at the newly opened Pokhara International Airport in the foothills of the Himalayas, killing at least 70 of the 72 people aboard the plane. Searchers found the plane's cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder Monday and combed through debris scattered down the 300-meter, 984-foot deep gorge in search of people who remain missing but presumed dead. Another body found Tuesday, too, still remain missing. The ninth in a 3-week series of major winter storms churning through California. Mountain driving remaining dangerous. Flooding risk high near swollen rivers, even as the sun has come out in some areas. Heavy snow continues to fall across the Sierra. National Weather Service discouraging travel. A barrage of atmospheric river storms has dumped rain and snow on California since late December, cutting power to thousands, swamping roads, unleashing debris flows, and triggering those landslides. President Joe Biden will travel to California's Central Coast on Thursday to visit areas that have been impacted by the extreme weather. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
He wants to know if we've started the plans to celebrate Josh's 7th anniversary on the show.
Let's have it involve a penny farthing.
One of the bicycles with the giant front wheel. You want to try it,
You
right?
know what?
For your amusement, right?
Yeah, yes.
With our loading dock the way it is, he could actually probably get on a penny.
Yeah, and then he could actually break his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he'd probably break his elbow, Willie.
I'll be padded up.
Worst that could happen is he falls, and every time he goes by the coffee maker, he pisses his pants. That's the worst.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Wow, what am I going to do? I've got to get this box to Los Angeles by tomorrow.
So just FedEx it.
Are you kidding? It's too big.
Well, then overnight it by train.
By train. All the way across the country, overnight. Are you crazy?
No, pal, he's not crazy. The famous Norfolk and Winston Railroad has just merged with WayPal delivery services. Together, our new company will revolutionize the overnight delivery business. Ask for us by name. We're...
Hold it. You're telling me you can get this 2,000-pound package from New York to L.A. overnight by train?
Norfolk and WayPal, overnight. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and WayPal, we are gonna do it.
When you go by rail, no package is too large, and we'll get it there overnight.
Norfolk and Way, pal.
That's the name. We do it by train, cross country, by rail, overnight. There's Norfolk and Way, pal.
Here at the Bronx Zoo, we actually shipped Washoe the gorilla to the San Diego Zoo overnight. We had to pry his eyes open on the West Coast, but he's fine now. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and Way, pal, we are gonna do it.
Ask for us by name, overnight by train.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
In the performance room with his glasses on his forehead, wondering where his glasses are. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. Cowboys beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers last night, 31-14. Here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. We'll get to that and among many other things coming up this morning. Also, we're going to talk to some truckers this morning, at least via email, and grab a couple of special requests.
All right.
For those driving all those trucks out there. We certainly appreciate all the stuff you're delivering, don't we now? Chick, it must be your favorite thing in life, isn't it? That package at the front step.
There's a guy who tweets, and I forget his, but I follow him, and I forget what his handle is, but he said, nothing I ever did in high school or graduate school prepared me for how many boxes I have to tear down every day.
Oh,
so, yeah. It's a full-time job I've got going on.
And do you have a procedure when you get home and there's a box on the front porch? Do you have a special knife? Do you have a place you do it?
What's it? The knife's called like a
box cutter?
Yeah, no, but it's like a safer box cutter.
We used to call them, in stage crew, we called them mat knives. It's the razor knife, but it's got a little thing where you can pull the blade, the triangular blade pulls in.
I am so shocked that you're using that because that's dangerous. You slice open it, you bleed out in 10 minutes. I don't know why you use that.
Well, no, but you
yeah, I know how
there's there's like a, what is it, a flange or a button.
Yeah.
You pull in.
Did you just hear Josh? Those are perfect.
Oh, that's what they're made for. Mm-hmm. They're awesome.
No, so do you think, I hate people, they take a pair of scissors and open them up, and then they use it as a kind of a knife in the side of the box, thus slicing their thumbs open. Be interesting to talk to an emergency room doctor and see if the proliferation of Amazon has caused more hand injuries from knives.
I have a canary. I got a corrugated cardboard cutter. Made especially to cut boxes, and it's sharp, but it's not sharp. You know what I mean? So in case you try to open a box and you can't, you get mad, and then you just start to, and you want to slice both wrists, but then you're kind of safe. So you know what I mean?
The opposite. I feel the same way about fireworks.
I know.
I want a super sharp knife, and then if I'm lighting fireworks, I want like a Bernzomatic torch.
Why not get a machete?
I want something that will take the fuse will take seriously.
Just chop
I don't
the
want
box
a
in
wimpy
half.
punk or a match. No. Get up there and go for it.
Please stop doing that.
What's that?
You have the sound.
That's the sound of my
How about if I did
Bernzomatic
that?
In what context?
To drive you insane, like you drive me insane? Sounds like static. I can just hear you.
So what do you do with your boxes? You recycle them?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got a big yellow every other Tuesday
Bin,
recycle
sure.
day. Sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Very proud of you.
And then I stack them up and put them in the backyard and burn them. You can see the fire for miles. Sometimes I can't get it started unless I throw a tire on there.
Oh, sure. That'll keep. See, that gets it burning and keeps it burning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've had one burn all night before.
Do you have any problem? Do hobos come around and they sing their songs around your fire?
I have had that, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Blessing.
I enjoy it very
They're
much.
singing their sad Irish songs they like to sing.
Darn right. Bunch of jobless Irish in my backyard.
Well, you know something? Why don't we start off sports with a great accomplishment by 5 Irishmen? How about that? We have a world record.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
No, they're not
Harlem Globetrotters.
Dak Prescott outplays Tom Brady. He 4 touchdown passes and ran for another. Cowboys win 31-14 last night in Tampa. Is that the last moment Tom Brady playing in the National Football League?
Well, let's talk about it a little bit.
Is he going home? Is he?
Why don't we let Mr. Brady decide?
Mr. Brady.
Do you remember, like a year and a half ago, people thought Tom Brady was going to buy the Dolphins and then play quarterback for the Dolphins?
Sure.
If he plays again, that's the only way I want to watch him play in. I want him to be able to yell at the people selling beer for not doing it right. I want him yelling at the whole damn stadium.
The big rumor is the Raiders, Ace.
Yeah.
Keep him away.
I was just going to say, I was just going to ask Ace and Willie. Wait, Willie, what if the Colts took him for a year?
Oh
Would
my
you like
gosh.
No, for comedic reasons, yes, it'd be a good time to watch people in Indiana hate Tom Brady and then go into liking him. But no, the Colts just please get a young quarterback.
Yes.
Please don't get some weird old guy again. There's been so many Carson Wentz, Phillip Rivers. Enough with the weird old guys. Matt Ryan, give me a young guy.
Are there younger quarterbacks out there? I had no idea.
Oh, the thing is, they're old, but they're also bad and expensive.
And weird.
So, yeah, give that a shot if you want
All
to.
right, fair enough.
The young fellows doing awfully
Yeah, the young
well
fellows
right
are
now.
doing pretty darn well right
Aren't
now.
they?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
What
what
do
if
you got here? Trevor Lawrence, Pat Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Danny Boy, Jalen Hurts, Joey Burrow, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott, and then Brock Purdy. Miss Purdy, who he was the last guy taken in the draft, and he was irrelevant, but he hasn't lost yet.
All right.
Hasn't lost.
Doing great. It's going to be very exciting. We'll, of course, have the shoe-in of the week coming up this Thursday or Friday with Chick McGee.
Dear fellows and Christy.
Hi.
I was riding with a fellow driver after picking up a semi from the shop. Well, wouldn't you know it, but on the radio comes Ebony Eyes by Bob Welch. So obviously, I belted out, "You see that girl in the corner?" The other driver really gave it to me. A bewildered stare, the guy said. Now he's got that to live down where he works. So
Now, you said there was a Harlem Globetrotters update?
I did say there's a Harlem Globetrotters update. Let me go to my email, and it said, "Hi, we heard your segment about the Globetrotters. Our son Cooper plays on the Generals. We are from Columbus, Indiana, and listened to you since way back in the 80s. As you fellows and Christy suspected, there is more than one squad. Actually, there are 3. One team plays only a few games to start the year, and the other 2 then split the United States. Then a mixture of the teams play in Europe in early spring."
Oh, kind of like the Blue Man Group.
A little bit. Cooper's squad. I was in the Blue Man Group.
I know you were.
7 years. Yeah. Magical
That was a group of dudes that met on Saturday nights at a bus station.
Yes, and we dealt in...
It was not BLUE.
No.
Oh, sorry.
We mostly dealt...
was-
That's right, Tom.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
We dealt in past tense. That's right. Then a mixture of Europe and this. Cooper's squad played a far-off land called Indianapolis last year in January, and this year they're in California. Next year, he'll be back home. So,
cool.
Happy you enjoyed the show.
So I saw the Globetrotters, and then I loved the show. Just hilarious. tearing up with laughter. They're so funny.
All right.
It's indescribably silly and funny. And
do they do stand up and stuff?
They do, but they do some jokes. They even did an Ace Cosby-esque joke at
Did
one
they
point.
really?
Yes, sir.
That's a big thing. They're called dad jokes, and they're circulated like ESPN. I think on Mondays they have a dad joke to end one of their programs.
It's just a great joke. And a couple of the guys are mic'd, and they're tremendous athletes and great shots.
Shockingly foul-mouthed.
No, it was not. Although there were a couple times I thought, wait, what did he say? that was awfully close.
I think they're just really tall.
Oh, could you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, this is Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, hi, Jerry.
As owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sure you're like me, just tickled to death to see us win a playoff game on the road for the first time since 1992.
Pretty cool.
Hell, I hadn't even had my first facelift at that time. But as owner of the Dallas Cowboys, it takes more than just a deep pocketbook to build an empire. It takes sage, wisdom, and a hot tub that seats 12 shaped like old Texas stadiums. And as owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I was able to take that monkey off her back and place it directly upon the shoulders of our kicker. As owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I want our kicker to know we've got the utmost confidence in him. Hang on. Phyllis, remind me to revoke parking pass 14865. Yeah, it's the same one that belonged to Wade Phillips. Now, if you don't mind, I have to go. My egg McMuffin has arrived. You call it Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, nice.
What Jerry in quotes is alluding to there is Brett Maher, the Cowboys kicker, had an opportunity to kick 5 point-after touchdowns. He only made 1.
I mean, they've got to be calling soccer players at UT and the kicker at Texas A&M. Can they bring somebody in this last minute?
Somebody has to put up with the yakety sax in the background with his kick going off to the left and the right and hitting the post and off to the right and the left.
Had he been that way all year?
Well, he's been fine. He's a great kicker.
Yeah,
got a case of the yips.
Yeah, it happens.
I never heard that. Yips.
Yeah.
Oh, it's famous golf term.
Primarily in golf. Yeah, you just can't make
when you
a putt.
start choking and then every shot goes awry.
Yeah.
You got to feel bad for the guy. Jeez.
Mostly it's most prevalent in the world of prostitution, choking.
The yips.
Yeah.
Oh.
And college football news, rest easy, Wolverine fans. Jim Harbaugh says he's staying at Michigan, a decision he personally gave the school president yesterday to end another round of speculation that he would return to the NFL, even though reports were he interviewed with Carolina and Denver. So I don't know. Harbaugh says his heart is at the University of Michigan. Harbaugh and the school have not reached an agreement on a contract extension, even though they did take some of his money away after he couldn't for quite a while beat Ohio State. Now he's beat them twice in a row, so maybe he is in line for a raise, Tom, Mr. Harbaugh.
I think he'll find that home is where the $5 million a year is, no matter where.
Well, no. I think he'll find the NFL's where the $20 million a year is what he's headed for. And speaking of football, everyone listen closely. This is an important story for Tom.
Okay.
And it is kind of...
Tom, are you listening?
I typed it out. I should know.
He always has to give him a shot.
Oh, boy.
Would you like to read it? And I'll sit here.
No. Go ahead.
According to Next Gen Stats, a service we could all do without, they're creating controversy online after revealing that they are tracking chips in NFL footballs. That means, yes, if you do the math, they put chips in NFL footballs, evidently.
I didn't know that. We've talked about this as a possibility.
But there are stuff that goes on in the world that you don't know about and aren't allowed to make a decision
But
about.
why wouldn't they
that,
tell?
Right?
If they have chips in the footballs, what are those dudes standing on the sideline with the chains for anymore?
Because that's football. Don't take all the human factor out of it, will
it's
ya?
ridiculous.
I'm with you, Tom. I've always thought they should have chips in it so you get an accurate first down reading and all that.
You think when people have thousands of dollars based on
betting
on these games. You want it to be accurate.
No, I knew some of the players had chips in them, at least those who got the
vaccination.
Yeah,
but I wasn't
of course,
sure
Thank you,
about the ball.
No, the chips in the footballs, they're cool. They help with first downs. You can also pay for them at certain gas stations with a little tap. Makes it a lot easier.
You remember the Bengals-Ravens game where the Tyler Huntley tried to take the ball and go across the goal line, and he just missed it, and it got knocked out of his hand. Sam Hubbard returned it 98 yards for a touchdown for New Day. But the question was, how close was Tyler Huntley to crossing the plane with the football? Well, now, because of the chip in the ball, we know. Isn't this exciting?
How close was Huntley?
How close?
According to...
Close Huntley.
Very close.
We got it, Brinkley.
According to the chip in the football, the closest the ball got to the end zone during the play was 0.6 yards from the goal line. 0.6 of a yard. That's 13 inches.
But still knocked out of his hands. And the
chip won't tell you that. You have to watch the game.
But no.
So are they monitoring this during the game?
This is what I don't know. This must be the future.
Why do we have all those?
I mean, in
replays?
race car driving, obviously they've had that for years. But have you heard about the modifications in baseball, Josh?
No, what are those? Which modifications?
They're effectively in AAA. They're going to have balls and strikes called by the machine.
Oh, they are. Will there be
and they're working their way to getting. That's probably going to be Major League Baseball.
I thought Major League Baseball this year was a pitch clock. I didn't know if that was going to happen or not this year.
Yeah,
I thought it was
to reduce the time, but they're going to eventually probably have the strike zone determined by a machine.
No umpire back there at all.
They'll still be there, but
well, why? Why would they have an umpire?
There are other aspects of being
there are, but
put chips in their shoes and chips on home plate and all the bases to make sure they're safe.
Yeah,
a few years ago, most of the umpires had chips in their chest guard, judging by their weight.
What is it the deal with umpires? They seem to be a little heavy.
Yeah, not a lot of exercise standing there.
What else do? You got a rain delay? Eat 4 bags of Doritos, a couple Diet Cokes.
Nice hot stadium dog. Come on.
Yeah. I guess Lasorda had quite the spread in the Dodgers clubhouse. A lot of Italian food, a lot of pasta.
Yeah. So the point is, where do they put the chip in the ball?
Inside the ball.
I know where. In the middle?
Right by the nozzle. Right by the nozzle.
Probably in the middle. I don't know.
I mean, eventually, I think they'll start making calls this way. Did he make the first down? Well, the chip says they did. Why not?
Boy,
ball placement.
Well, it's a sad day.
Next to accuracy,
they did away with sudden death, and now the chip ball. It's a sad.
Eliminating the human element.
Eliminating massive human error.
Next thing we know, it'll be
you'll have a non-interference call where the guy gets tackled. Your thoughts on that?
There'll no be outdoor football
anymore.
Interference call. And I saw a play Sunday, and I went, "That's not interference." But the thing that happened, it's a baffling rule.
I agree with you.
So,
well, if they put a chip in the receiver and the defensive back, if beep, that's interference.
Well, they were already chipped if they got vaccinated.
There should just be.
Thank you, Josh. I want to put your line back in there in case someone missed it.
Aaron Rodgers chipless.
More sports coming up.
No, it's Super Bowl parties.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Chips, very important.
Very.
A lot of chips.
With guac?
Many chips.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite dip? Josh, go.
Oh, queso.
Really?
Yeah.
Over guac?
Queso Blanco. Sure.
Over salsa.
That's a good choice.
I'm white trash. My father was white trash. His father's white trash. French onion dip.
Sure.
No,
Do
Willie?
you make your own, or do you buy it already made?
I like that hella good. I make it my own.
Yeah.
I mix it in, and then
with
I
the
put
onion soup mix.
No, and then you mix it up and put Oreo cookies in there.
What?
Yeah.
Cookies?
So you ever tried that? Oh man.
No, Lipton onion soup mix that comes in the packet, and you put it in that sour cream. Make your own onion.
Philadelphia cream cheese, a little bit of garlic salt. You're done. Whip it up, a little bit of skim milk. Willie, favorite chip, go.
Favorite dip would be guacamole or a 7-layer, or if we're really fancy friends, let's do a little buffalo chicken dip for me and the
that's
fellas.
a good one too.
I like the
Take a little soft tortilla, dip that thing in there.
We're getting fancy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So
What's your favorite Lay's classic potato chips? Is that the way you roll? Those are hard to dip.
I do like the ruffles. I'll admit that.
I like ruffles.
They have the structure. I think an engineer designed those. They got the structure for more dip.
Delicious.
When you've got the
ruffles have ridges. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people tell you that the Dorito isn't meant to be dipped. It's just a chip you eat on its own. You can dip a Dorito, my friends.
Sure
Don't be afraid.
It's overkill. Anytime you dip it, it's overkill.
Overkill in America. You think dipping a Dorito is overkill?
Well, it sure is.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, you don't do it.
Lay's is the workhorse of the industry, but I had an Iberian potato chip. Iberian ham potato chip
are they
yesterday.
From Spain?
I'm not going to tell you where I'm getting them, but they are. Then everybody, and then there won't be any more. I ordered more on Amazon.
You got a chip guy?
They're so good. You won't believe them, man. Iberian ham chips, Josh.
Okay,
jump up there.
You just lost your citizenship.
We'll get back to chips and football, but right now I want to get back to the best way to listen to just about anything is having those earbuds in, because not only do you get great input into your ears of the sound you want to hear, maybe it's a song, maybe it's a podcast,
but it's always Raycon. And 2023 is the earbuds are going to be even more important and indispensable. If you don't have earbuds, what the hell's wrong with you? Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with the optimized gel tips that fit each and every ear ever manufactured. They will not budge. And listen to these numbers. Raycon gives you 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and they're priced just right, too. You get quality audio at around half the price of other premium audio brands. And I ain't even mentioned they have 3 customizable sound profiles, the awareness mode, the noise isolation, and it's no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews, and I think it's much higher than that. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase. One more time, that special address to show us some love. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, we have, is that uranium in your suitcase? And how are beavers helping the war in Ukraine? It's absolutely amazing.
We have a story just for Josh. That's right, snakes and hockey.
Okay. Well, when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello.
And we've had a wonderful morning because we have a terrific guest in the studio. Sitting next to Christy Lee, it's a veteran of many years with a guitar. A guy who...
I thought you were going to say bottle.
I can't, Pat, I tried.
Well,
this is why I get the reputation of being the dick in the show, but no, I'm trying to do something nice.
No, you are the dick on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Who put the dick on the show?
I blamed it all on me.
See, this is... I'm
not going to say anything until I'm introduced.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Pat
Daly is here with us.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you.
Hi, Pat.
No, Pat, good to see you.
You do an annual residency, if you will, at Sloppy Joe's. That's the place that does the famous Hemingway lookalike contest every year.
Yeah.
And you could actually...
And you win every year,
You could certainly place in that.
They've been after me for a lot of years to do that. And now I say I'm too old. He shot himself last year.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me play a song for you.
Okay.
Please.
Ohio is having a blizzard. Missouri is having a flood. Oh, I can't read the paper. It's too small.
Must be the martinis.
Okay. Where's that music stand?
Would you like chicks
Okay,
readers?
here we go.
You want my cheaters?
Okay, let me start over. Okay, Ohio is having a blizzard. Missouri is having a flood. Most of the South is having a drought, and Malibu's having a slide in the mud. San Francisco is having an earthquake. They say she won't last through the year. The whole country is reeling in recession, and I'm having one more beer. Oh, I'm having one more cold one till the news and the blues disappear. The world's on the brink, but there's time for a drink, and I'm having one more beer.
Oh, yes.
My sister is having a breakdown. My son is having a toke. My dad is having his old emphysema, and I feel like having a smoke. My buddy is having a sexual crisis. He's smiling at me kind of queer.
Uh-oh.
My secretary is having her pregnancy test, and I'm having one more beer. I'm having one more cold one till it all hits the wall and disappears. My wife's having fitsin' and cat's having kitsin', and I'm having one more beer. My daughter is having her nose pierced. My mom is having her butt tattooed. My brother is having an affair with my wife.
Uh-oh.
Guess who's the one getting screwed? So if you're having heart palpitations about the way things are heading around here, just give that waitress a pat and tell her that I'm having one more beer. Yeah. Geez, I'm going to have to practice that one.
I love that song.
I couldn't read my words.
That's all right.
I don't know why. I got to get them up this close now.
Stick around. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Dear Bob and Tom.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about toenails last week.
Okay.
No.
A friend of mine is a dental hygienist.
She cleans teeth for a living.
She had a patient who came in the office in great pain. After examination, the dentist found the sore tooth swollen and infected. The procedure required a small incision to relieve the pressure.
There was a toenail in there.
The dentist immediately requested a pair of surgical tweezers and removed a large piece of toenail.
How do they know it wasn't a fingernail?
Because it says this patient said he often chewed his toenails.
Oh,
Can I tell you something? My mother used to chew her toenails
no way.
in front of me.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
Or a little best of right here. Right here.
This is a sick thing.
Wow.
That would be,
Totally naked.
I
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I think you'd
remember
get
that.
free psychiatry for life. I think you would. I think you'd get a psychiatrist. I'm sorry. Your mother bit her toenails naked in front of you as a child. Here. You have free psychiatry for life, free Prozac, whatever you
government
want.
program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
Hey, Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, chick.
Working in a tapestry of highbrow comedy over there. A lot of people really, sometimes they don't get Josh, but they do eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They will. They do.
Why did the chicken cross the road, Willie?
Why?
There's gas.
Avant-garde.
Cosby.
That's how I've been described.
Oh, my
Alternative comedy. There's Willie Griswold.
There's a certain subtlety and nuance that goes into Josh Arnold's comedy. Not everyone gets it.
That's
right.
That's okay.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, buddy.
It'll be studied.
Oh, yeah. Way ahead of his time.
Studied and copied.
And now here's Janine Garofalo with thoughts on farts.
No, I like farts on farts.
Time now to review let me look at this schedule here. Josh Arnold, Saturday, January 21st, the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with Greg Hahn and Dave Dyer.
Well, that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
That's very soon. Willie G this weekend in Chicago.
I hope
Where are you going to be,
traffic's
Willie?
okay.
The Comedy Bar, opening for Jeffrey Asmus. It's going to be fun.
All right. We have Pat Godwin also out and about. Pat is going to be at the Funny Farm in Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah, but where is he doing his comedy?
January 27th and 28th. Okay,
From the
right now,
nervous
we return to the sports page. Is that correct?
Yes. Las Vegas Golden Knight goaltender Robin Lehner and his wife have filed for bankruptcy in Nevada.
Oh, man.
Citing up to $50 million in debts to dozens and dozens of creditors.
Man, oh, man.
The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports the Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing offers a glimpse into the couple's financial problems, including money owed to no fewer than 50 people and companies. Leonard's debt also included missed payments for a collection of rare snakes.
Oh.
He purchased for $1.2 million back in 2017. Now, those snakes are only going to appreciate.
That's exactly right. That is a sound investment.
Who is this guy?
He's a goalie.
Las Vegas Golden Knights goaltender, Robin Lehner.
The hockey.
How do you get $50 million in debt?
I
bet it's easier than you think. I'll talk to you after the show.
You have a great credit rating to start.
Yeah, what do you buy?
Well, those snakes, they could have been a work expense. You put them around the goal. No one's going to come close to that goal because the snakes are there.
Yeah, you should have written them off.
I don't know anything about this guy, but it says he bought some snakes in 2017 for $1.2 million. I bet he did that 48 more times. I bet he did.
I think I read somewhere, I saw the story yesterday, they were going to breed them. I think there was a kind of a breeding thing involved with these rare snakes. Well, I mean, obviously not the whole.
Yeah. Do you
50
know,
million, but
as we're speaking, sitting here, conducting commerce, sharing our thoughts and feelings, there's someone out there who really likes to watch snakes have sex.
Loves it.
What?
Loves it.
Can't complete.
What?
How do they do it?
How do they do it?
Sometimes they do it in a ball. Have you ever seen those mating balls?
No.
Like it would give you the creeps.
You put them both in a ball?
You put dozens of them in a ball. And
Dozens?
they're all just slow.
I saw
Like
that.
a snake orgy?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's a snorgy.
They made a movie about it called There's a Dick in There Somewhere. Why are we talking about...
No, why am I laughing so hard?
No, I don't know who this guy is. How do you get $50 million in debt? Who loans you?
I have no idea. That's why I said you had to have an excellent credit rating to get... Ugh.
It's pretty...
This guy makes Art Schleister look like an amateur.
There's got to be...
This is problematic.
But you're right. There's something else going on. I mean, there's got to be. Well, $50 million.
Well, it's a decent contract.
Okay. Is he still the goalie?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Well,
Man.
All right. Well, what else is happening in real sports?
No.
Oh, come on. That was interesting.
What's wrong with hockey?
Nothing's wrong with hockey, but this guy sounds like just a complete ass.
Why? Because he's in
made
debt?
a few mistakes. Who hasn't?
Hey, you know, the other
I
morning...
mean, how do you pitch that to someone? Look, I'm going to buy some deadly snakes, and we're going to make a lot of money on them.
I don't know.
He keeps
rare.
He's keeping the snakes. Evidently, he still has them at his reptile farm in Plato, Missouri. You know where this is?
Plato, Missouri. Yeah, I
Plato,
do.
Missouri?
Yeah.
Really?
That's where he keeps them?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to go.
It's a reptile farm.
Please, go now. Then we can move on to something
interesting. Maybe
interesting.
this guy's a parcel tongue. We don't know.
Oh, does it mean he speaks snake?
That's right.
God.
What?
You know about the parcel tongues, right?
Oh, and
What?
Harry Potter where the...
Where they
That's right.
I remember that. I read that book.
Yes.
I read too.
Wait a minute. Is that where they have a snake tongue?
No, they can communicate with snakes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, getting back to my point, I bet you the guy who likes to watch them have sex can communicate to snakes. I can tell you that.
Hey, do it.
Look at me. I've got a snake looks just like you, sort
You're
of.
really giving it to her. Or him. I can't tell what you got.
I don't know what's going on.
Whatever this is, but boy.
Looks fun, though.
Snake love is all about inclusion. That's right. More sports coming up, including another argument about the Super Bowl and when they started using the term Super Bowl.
An interesting ratings question, I think.
Yes.
Where ours are very low.
Do you suppose? I mean, I would like to see a chart of Saturday evening's NFL broadcast. And what was it, 27 zip or something at half? What was the
Oh,
score?
yeah. Chargers, Jaguars, 27. It was
27-3, whatever it was.
How many people turned off the
I'm
TV?
wondering if
and
a lot of people turned it off.
let's go to dinner, honey. I'm
And
bored.
then if they came back or whatever. But no, what I'm wondering is if last night, based on what happened on Saturday, people are going, I'm not giving up here in Tampa.
Yeah, it was like 18-0, 24-0.
Yeah, I'm not going to give up because I gave up on Saturday and I missed it.
And you don't give up on Tom Brady when he's got his back against the wall.
Oh, yeah. Anything could happen with Tom
Wow.
Well, he didn't.
He overcomes quite a lot.
More interesting.
True testament of the human
To
spirit.
get back to some dumbass goalie who's been hit in the head so many times. He's a snake charmer and lost $50
He
million.
likes to watch snakes have sex.
I like these as snake charmer. We haven't explored that
Hey,
avenue.
you want to know the punchline to this story?
Please.
Christy gave me the snake story.
I can give you. It's. I'm sorry.
Now I see why.
What do you think of that?
All right.
Oh, we're having fun.
It was interesting.
It's
How
fascinating.
many people do you know?
You never hear about that.
Oh, I
You got
loved it.
snake sex? You got snorgies? Come on.
Snakes in a ball.
It had everything.
God.
And of course, that classic documentary, there's a dick in there somewhere.
That's exactly right.
When we come back, we'll get.
Welcome to Documentary
We'll
Now.
find out about John Larroquette and marijuana.
Or
Larroquette.
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 Pronounced Larroquette.
Larroquette.
He's from Quebec.
Sean Larroquette.
And his wife, Laura.
I'll have you know it's
Larroquette.
Quant. When we come back, show's off the rails.
Very low
This is the
ratings.
Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
There are just three ways I think I could help this country. I could help fund the war in Iraq. I could help the heightened state of awareness. I could improve the heightened state of awareness program. And then there's an immigration problem. They want to build a wall all the way from the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific Ocean. That's a lot of drywall or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever they've been building out of. Probably something sturdier than that. They can't figure out a way to fund this war. I came up with a great idea, and it's what we do. I was just down at Cocoa Beach, and just south of Cocoa Beach is a huge Air Force base. Right. It takes up 120,000 acres of oceanfront property. They have military housing on the beach. Major Nelson didn't have oceanfront property, and he was an astronaut with a genie, okay? If you got to have oceanfront, join the Navy, that's all I'm saying, and back that base up 15 miles. Let us sell this asset to pay for this war. We can sell it to Israel. They've got a lot of cash. They need a place to stay. That ain't working out for them over there. And it's the only part of Florida they don't already own. And we take the money we make from selling the rest of Florida to Israel, We buy Mexico, fix it up, and flip it.
Yes. Flip this country.
Now we'll have to send down some painters and landscapers because they're all up here.
A great solution. Ron White.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, thanks a lot for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. It is just that easy. Next thing you know, you're watching the show live as it happens. Here's how it works. There's Ace Cosby. There's the intro for the joke of the day. And there's Ace telling the joke. People are laughing. And there's Chick McGee's reaction. That's why you have the YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you when the Ace Cosby joke of the day is going to be, but I can tell you that reaction, that's priceless. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Check it out, won't you? And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Monday night wild card playoff action in the NFL. Dak Prescott outplayed Tom Brady. Dak throws 4 touchdowns and ran for another. Cowboys 31-14 winners over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa last night. Dallas Cowboys kicker Brett Maher missed 4 straight extra points in that game last night. Jerry Jones, after the game, was asked if they're going to look for a new kicker for Dallas, and he assured everyone that they will not be looking for a new place kicker. NBA winners last night: Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Golden State, Atlanta, Utah, Memphis, and the Lakers all win. Toronto wins in overtime, beating the Knicks. NHL winners in regulation: Florida, Boston, Colorado, Tampa Bay, Dallas, the Rangers, St. Louis, and Nashville all win. New Jersey wins in a shootout, beating San Jose. And Pittsburgh and Washington both win in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Kevin Pollak is our guest. This is something that interests me. You do, for example, you do a tremendous Johnny Carson. What are all of your guys going to die off pretty soon? I mean, you've got, is that a concern? Because one of the things about our life now, with all these TV channels out there, there's so little commonality.
Yeah.
You know, the classic impressions when we were coming up, was Edward G. Robinson when we were little kids. We're
Right.
going, who the hell's that?
Yeah.
And now you've got people in their 30s going, Johnny who?
Well, that's why I had to bring along Christopher Walken.
There you go.
For the kids who love him. I'm a huffer at heart. I don't know if you saw the Fat Boy Slim video, but I kick it old school.
That's great.
Have you interviewed Christopher Walken?
No.
Okay, well, here's your chance. And keep in mind, all of his thoughts are completely unconnected. So go ahead and ask Christopher Walken anything.
All right, what's your new project, Christopher?
Frankenstein never scared me.
So how long have you been working on the film?
Marsupials do.
And when's its release date?
Because they're fast.
They are fast. They are. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Larry Reeb. No, well, Larry, you are from
Chicago.
You just got a great Chicago accent.
Well, originally I'm from a little town, Dwight, Illinois. It's a farm town.
Uh-huh.
There's a mental institution and a women's prison there.
Really?
And my parents met. Here I am. But yeah, I live in Chicago.
Are you married?
I've been married 10 years.
Oh, how's it
Really?
going?
good. I think us guys need good women, don't you? Women keep us in line. That's why most axe murderers are single. They were married, their wife wouldn't put up with that. Put that axe down. You're not chopping anybody. You have to take the garbage out. Take the ski mask off. It's summer, you idiot.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Just a few minutes.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin. Hey, Chick. Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Chick. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. We were talking a little bit about sports and the NFL. There was a big dance move in the NFL last evening. I don't know if you saw this.
No, what was it?
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't watch any of the game. Sorry.
Well, it was a post-game locker room dance.
Mhm.
Yes, it was.
I don't know if you want to give the description of it, Chick McGee.
The Cowboys were celebrating their victory over Tampa Bay. Dallas wins 31-14. And someone put, I don't know if you've watched football at all levels, college football, NFL. They have these motivational tools that they a spirit chain or that has the logo of the team. And you put, if you have a turnover, it's called a turnover chain every now and then. You put it around your neck and you dance around and you celebrate your turnover stuff. Well, they put that on Mike McCarthy last night in the locker room, and Mike started turning that mother out with the chain around his neck.
He's dancing away.
That's exactly it. He's dancing, and he just wants to be one of the guys.
Sure.
And, I guarantee you at least 3 of the Cowboys mumbled under their breath, "Look at this idiot."
Yeah, the spirit chain, it looks rather like a dookie rope. It's a
I knew that. I knew he was going to say that.
Very thick chain.
Can you hear the thundering hooves of our listeners running to Google, looking up dookie rope?
Well, that's what it looks like. Very.
It looks
heavy.
like a thick chain.
Yes.
With the Cowboy star on the end of it. Is what it looks like.
I see. Okay. What else is happening?
Well, we've got one of these. Stupid world record. A team of Irish rowers broke the world record for the fastest team of 5 to cross the Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
The Irish Times reports that the team known as Row Hard or Go Home. Sorry. Row Hard or Go Home 5 journeyed from the Canary Islands to Antigua in 33 days, 12 hours, 39 minutes. A record-breaking team included rowers Derek McMullen, Tom Nolan, Shane Culleton, Gearoyd O'Brien.
Wow.
Gearoyd O'Brien and Diarmuid O'Brien.
Brave men. Historically, Irishmen don't do too well in the Atlantic.
Or with water. Because they like to drink liquor. Is what.
Oh, so you're saying the stereotype of Irishmen drinking. Can you imagine that? 33 days straight of rowing all day long.
Heck no.
Can you imagine 33 days straight with the same 4 guys?
Yeah.
33 years straight.
Do all 5 row at the same time?
No, I bet they would take at least,
like one sleeps and the others row.
There might be a coxman who doesn't.
Who bangs all the chicks on the supply boat.
There's someone. There's one of the 5 who thinks he's in charge and yells at the other ones all the time.
Doesn't do anything but yell.
Like it's his boat.
Yeah. Like that's the Michael, and then Tito's the guy they make feel bad. He's rowing in the corner, not having fun at all.
They just yell stroke, right? Or they yell anything else? The coxman?
Oh, they yell lots of things.
I don't know if they yell stroke or hoe or something.
That's
the Ivy League schools. What do they yell?
They scream.
Yeah.
They're yelling at them and all kinds of things.
Encouraging them.
And a lot of times it's
What's the name of the team again?
The rowing, what is it? The
Go Home or Die or something?
Yeah, Row or Go Home 5. Row Hard or Go Home 5.
Row Hard. Wow, you'd think you'd want most of your blood in your arms.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Okay.
You want to put that thing away?
Hey, Sean, put it away.
Hooray for fire 50.
So it's a world record.
Yeah.
I just set the world record.
Row your boat gently down the ocean.
Are you guys not listening ever?
I heard every word you said.
I heard everything you said.
Well, you missed the record.
Were, surfing.
We didn't.
What was that reported in? What newspaper was that reported in?
The Drunken Times.
It wasn't the Irish Mirror?
Oh, yeah. Are you familiar with the Irish Mirror?
Oh, the Irish Mirror, yeah. It goes something like this. What you looking at with that stupid shirt? Staring at me like that with that ugly face. Do you want to go outside? Every time I walk back here, you're staring at me. Every time. That's the Irish Mirror.
Okay.
End scene.
Good work.
The record is, Tom, honey.
Yes.
33 days, 12 hours, 39 minutes.
It's amazing. Very good.
Now, the Atlantic is pretty big, right?
Yeah.
Pretty big. Pretty big.
It's one of
Start
the
at
top
the Canary
5
Islands?
biggest oceans.
It's bigger than the Pacific.
Okay. Is that sports?
Stupid world record.
You have another.
An Australian
I
woman.
know it's very Irish of you.
An Australian woman has broken a world record after running 150 consecutive marathons.
A Sheila, if you will.
Absolutely no breasts on this woman. None.
Some say chick is witless.
They say this woman.
Could we move on?
I don't know how to say this first name. Pen, paper.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
E.
Slow down.
E-R-C-H.
E-R-C-H.
A-N-A.
I believe it's
Urchana?
vaginal. Oh, no.
Urcana?
Urcana.
150 marathons, right?
Murray Bartlett completed her 150th marathon on January 16th. Whoop-dee-doo.
Thought her name was Urcana.
Urcana Murray Bartlett. She has a last name. See, that's why names work.
Her last name, as Donnie Baker would say, her last name is hyphenated.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Dubbed the tip to toe, the 32-year-old's run has taken her from the tip of Australia at Cape York down to the mainland's toe in Melbourne. Her undertaking bests the current Guinness World Record of 106 marathon.
Jeez.
Christy, you ever been licked tipped to toe?
Murray Bartlett.
You're about to be.
Went through.
I'm going to assault Christy on the air.
Could we move forward with the story, please?
You know, it'd be fun, but it's pretty visual. So maybe just next time.
This actually has a hint, has a whiff of being interesting, if I could continue.
Well, we've been trying to get you to continue.
In your defense, I've been interrupting a lot.
Murray Bartlett.
And I apologize for that.
Well, it's not just you. It's what's-her-face, too. What's her name? What? I don't understand. Murray Bartlett.
It sounded like you said Mary Bartlett.
Did you hear what she just said? It sounded like you see it.
Could we get to the point?
She went through 10 pairs of shoes through 150 marathons.
I believe
so
it.
correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a pair of shoes every 15 marathons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
nailed it.
What do you think of that?
That is good
So
math.
how many miles per shoe is it?
I don't know.
It's a simple formula.
26 times 15. What's
Times
that?
10.
260, 990.
Then double it and triple it. And
I'm going to punch you so hard. Murray Bartlett and her team. Well, she's not doing it by herself. She's got a team.
Oh, yeah, they're all cheaters.
They were plagued by bugs during the trip. Some said it was her odor. But I said, she said all the insect repellent and sunscreen left her sticky for months.
Is that right?
Chris, you ever been?
No.
Sticky for months?
I have
How about a
not.
weekend?
You're about to be.
How about gummy? Any gumminess going on?
No.
No.
She also had a terrifying incident when she was chased by a wild bull in Cape York.
That does sound terrifying.
And thankfully, a car picked her up to chaperone her safely through the court.
But the car
Wait a
driven
minute.
by another bull. It was a trap.
Oh!
You can't
We've
be
got her
driven
now.
during a...
no, the car chaperoned her, so she was running next to the car then, apparently.
So she was able to go, hey, I'm getting in there for a second.
She's inside with her feet up, is what I see.
150 marathons in okay. We get it, honey. You like to run. Okay.
You know what girls really like? First of all, being called girls.
Yeah.
And, or honey.
They love it, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, hun. Hey,
Well,
hun.
congratulations. 150. That's unbelievable. It's
Good for her.
6 months worth of races.
I bet she gets that runner's high that they talk about.
I wouldn't know.
No, nor I.
I get it sometimes going up just one flight of stairs. Oof, feeling crazy.
Do you?
Feeling good. Yeah, accomplished something, you know?
Now, coming up in sports?
That's it.
Oh, that's
I'm
it?
spent.
Oh, okay.
I am absolutely at the end.
This is what you farted for.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. We're coming back with what, Christy?
We got your last name could play a role in how well you do in life and in school.
How about that?
Yeah, we have ring-tailed lemurs in the news, which I love.
They sure are cute.
Cutest things,
they are.
aren't they?
Deadly but cute.
They're not deadly.
Oh.
We have musicians in the news today.
Those are often deadly but cute.
Yeah, boy, ain't that the truth. But this story is fascinating to me because they say that musicians are more desirable dates.
No, what?
Yeah.
Everybody knew this, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
they're desirable in that in this particular study that they were the ones the most sought after. But it doesn't say what happens once you hook up with one.
Oh, I can tell you.
That'll be that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We want you to be at your best. You want to be at your best. Of course, you can do great things when you are, but sometimes we're not. It can be a little overwhelming out there these days. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you, and that's where BetterHelp comes in. You can feel more empowered and feel better about yourself and about everything else. BetterHelp, by the way, has connected over 3 million people with licensed therapists. BetterHelp is convenient, secure, and very accessible because it's 100% done online. So you have the benefits of in-person therapy, but it's a lot more convenient, a lot more affordable, and once again, entirely online. It's called BetterHelp. You fill out a brief questionnaire, you'll get matched with a licensed therapist. By the way, if you want to switch therapists, very easy, no additional charge. If you'd like to live a more empowered life, check this out. Therapy through BetterHelp can help you get there. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp today. You'll find them, of course, at betterhelp.com/BT Show. Add the /BT Show to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/BT Show. BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, you know, those musicians sure are attractive, Christy. Those, you know what I'm talking about.
Are you drinking?
What happens? What happens?
Christy, those musicians are something else. Eh?
Yeah, they're very hot.
John Larroquette.
And Tom Hanks in the news
In
today.
the news, and a great Tom Hanks story.
Yeah.
I think.
He's very ill.
No, he's not.
Mr.
Hanks is doing very well. He does have an illness that he's handling very well. We'll talk about that.
He's just too nice.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rolling through a Tuesday morning. It's the 17th of January. My name is Mark Allison. Thanks for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Got a couple of opportunities for you to see some live comedy. That's right. The Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour this Saturday night, January 21st, the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Greg Hahn, Josh Arnold, Dave Dyer. It's going to be a great show. Some great comedians live on stage. Get out of the cold and into the warmth of humor at the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Again, that's coming up this Saturday night, January 21st. The Friends of the Bob and Tom Show comedy tour. Greg Warren on stage as well at the Funny Bone in Toledo, Ohio. Chick says they call it The Bone. Again, that's coming up Friday and Saturday night this weekend. GregWarrenComedy.com for more. And Greg joined us yesterday with another edition of The Warren Report talking about canals. That's right. The Warren Report delved into the deep, dark canal talk, and that's what we talked about yesterday. Oh, you got the Suez Canal, you got the Panama Canal, and if you were paying attention, you might have learned a thing or two. Also, Reno Collier stopped by with the Country Fried Take. We've got Kostaki Economopoulos, his all-pro lines on Facebook, and comedian David Dyer on the way on a Tuesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Steve Vai's been reunited with a guitar he lost more than 36 years ago. It's a green custom-built electric guitar he calls Swiss cheese because it's got holes drilled in it. He played it in the Yankee Rose video for David Lee Roth. Vai planned to tour with it when it was stolen, along with 3 others from a rehearsal space in Pasadena, California. Decades later, a man discovered it in the attic of his grandparents' home in Tijuana, Mexico. It was apparently left behind by a previous resident. The man posted photos online. One of Vai's friends recognized it. Now the guitar has been returned to Vai, who says it's in good shape. In fact, it looks like it's never been played in the last 36 years. And if life had turned out the way Gina Lollobrigida had planned, she never would have been one of Hollywood bombshells of the 50s. No, she would have been studying art in Rome. That's where she was when a film director saw her walking out of art school. Lollobrigida was offered an acting job, needed the money, asked for a huge paycheck, figuring the director would say no. He did not, and that led to a successful acting career. But Lollobrigida never forgot art. Later in life, she gave up acting for sculpting, painting, and photography. Gina Lollobrigida died yesterday in Rome at the age of 95. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And like, look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, folks. Billy Mazing here with more made-for-TV revolutionary offers exclusively for Bob and Tom Show listeners just in time for the holiday season. How many times has this happened to you? You're carving your big turkey for the holidays when, ouch, you cut your finger on another sharp knife. That's why at Mazing Industries, we're offering for the first time our patented double-handle carving knife, a must in every kitchen. It's our Surefire safety knife. On one end, you'll find an ergonomically designed, easy-to-grip handle. And on the other end, you'll find an ergonomically designed, easy-to-grip handle. That's right, folks. There's no blade at either end. Oh! Made of space-age polymers, my Surefire safety knife is guaranteed you just can't hurt yourself. Keep it anywhere, on the counter, in the kitchen drawer, in the pack-and-play, in the shower. This bladeless wonder gives you the same Surefire results every time. No cuts, no slices. The Surefire safety knife is an unsharp knife for people who aren't that sharp. Only cutting-edge technology can bring you a knife with no cutting edge. Only $39.95 or 3 easy payments of $18.95 each. Wow. Order in the next minute, and I'll throw in just in time for that holiday party you're giving for friends and guests who are nudists a set of our wildly popular scrotum coasters. Just drop them down, plop them down, and enjoy.
And coast.
How can I make such an amazing offer? Easy. I'm Billy Mazing. Happy holidays.
Yes, sir. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Christy Lee.
Hey.
At the performance room, it's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee.
I'm trying to get you an update on the hockey goalie from the Las Vegas Golden Knights. How he got into all $50 million in debt.
Boy.
What he owned, what he bought, what he thought about life, what he...
This is what happens when you hand a kid $25 million contract. They're like, hey, look how much money we have.
How do you get $50 million in debt? That just seems...
I don't know, but... Well, when you invest
I bet it's fun.
Oh, it's got to be a great time. Put it on the charge, sweetheart. Put it on the charge.
Snake breeding, you know that there's some bad decisions.
Part of it was he became a snake breeder.
Yeah.
A gold toilet, right? You'd have to.
Who knows? Let's get back to the news desk with Christy Lee. What have you got over there?
Well, there's some big news happening tonight. Night Court comes back on NBC.
Yeah.
The original Night Court aired, 84 to 92 after John Larroquette.
Really? Okay.
Of course, will be back. And he's in the news today.
La Roquette.
Oh, yes.
Any other original cast members?
A lot of them, sadly, are no longer with us.
Okay.
Thanks. But those who are, I have not seen them listed.
No, I think John Larroquette's the only original cast member, but it looks fun. I mean,
Melissa
I saw
Rauch
the trailer.
from Big Bang will
Yeah.
be the Harry Stone's daughter, it looks like.
And who's the judge?
Her.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Women can be judges now.
What?
No, it's ridiculous, but they can be.
Hey,
what do they call what do they call a woman judge?
I don't think I can say it on the radio.
No, a judge.
Oh.
See,
Actor John Larroquette.
Jack joke's a smiler, and it teaches you a lesson.
It does.
Okay. They say you're honorous? How do they
Honorous?
do? Yeah. Boy, I bet that pisses a judge off.
I'd approach the bench, Your Honor, but the odor is keeping me back.
John Larroquette is also making news today because he's finally confirmed rumors that years ago he was paid in marijuana for narrating the prologue for the 1974 horror film Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In an interview with Parade, Larroquette said director Tobe Hooper gave me some marijuana or a matchbox or whatever you call it in those days. I walked out of the recording studio, patted him on the back, and said, "Good luck to you." He added it was a favor. Larroquette continued to do something for free in the 70s and get a little money in the 90s. Though he continued to voice subsequent installments, the actor still has never seen any of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre films.
Oh, he hasn't?
You know, he says he's not a big horror movie fan.
Yeah.
They scare me.
Well, that original will scare you. Yeah.
So creepy.
He met Hooper apparently way back in 1969 when he was a bartender at a small Colorado resort where Hooper happened to be working on a project at the time. So, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Got paid in marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's probably, in those days, the Hollywood equivalent of helping your buddies move.
Yeah, sure.
Pizza and a six-pack if you help me move. Okay. And what have we determined the age when you stop helping your buddies move?
That was 30.
Did we land on 30?
I thought maybe it was 35.
Really?
Yeah. When's the last time you helped anyone move, or have you ever?
Oh, of course.
Really?
You're moving now.
I helped my friend Henry move, and he had one of those antique barber chairs.
Well, that's
that was
that's New
years
York City, right? Yeah.
No, he had, for some reason he had that.
Why did he have an antique barber chair? What am I saying?
He was
of course, a friend of yours would have an antique barber chair.
Those things are really heavy.
Now, when we say helping a friend move, we mean like move from one apartment to the other. We don't mean like pushing them in a wheelchair, right?
Yes.
That technically is helping a friend move. If your friend is
No. Let it sit there.
Is that, or what about being a pallbearer? Is that helping somebody move?
Oh my goodness.
In a way.
Yeah.
So the first joke didn't work. So you thought you double down on it.
That's right. I dig myself into holes, then try to dig myself out.
Okay.
A physical
Maybe any other thoughts? You have a third?
Yeah.
Third tier to this joke.
Tobe Hooper, the director of
Yes.
dead.
He died?
Yeah, he's dead.
Is he really?
Toby spelled Tobe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also directed Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Unless you're Steven Spielberg, in which case you would say I directed it.
Is that true?
Real controversy there. Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Pretty interesting stuff. I've got about 25 minutes on this topic.
Go ahead, bud.
We're
So
dead in
you
the
think
water.
the thing
Move
was-
forward. Christy, you have anything else over there?
The internet is going wild over Tom Hanks's 2-ingredient cocktail. During an appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Hanks said his family was dining at Cafe Carlyle in New York City.
of course.
When they had a celebratory bottle of champagne brought by.
Oh.
The actor said he was drinking Diet Coke at the time, and while everyone had champagne flutes in their hand, he told the restaurant staff to give him just a shot of champagne in his glass of soda. To his surprise,
It was delicious?
Mr. Hanks found the drink delicious.
Huh.
So during the show, he shared the beverage with Colbert, who appeared to enjoy it. Colbert joked, quote, "We have the Tom Collins, now we have the Tom Hanks." But Hanks quickly corrected him, saying because it's Coke and it's champagne, it's obviously Diet Cocaine. Cocaine?
Finally, Diet Cocaine.
As if you weren't thinner already.
No. Yeah, I thought cocaine's a pretty good weight loss program as it is.
It's spelled C-O-K-A-G-N-E, but it would be pronounced cocaine, right?
And they should have gone with. I think they should have gone with Tom Perignon.
Oh, that's very good.
That would have been better than Diet Cocaine.
You
they said.
really get upset and irritated when somebody names anything and you're not consulted, don't you?
No, I think it's sending the wrong message.
There we go.
This clip has gone viral. It's all over social media. Hanks noted it can be any type of cola so long as it's diet, because he, of course, has type 2 diabetes.
We've got to try it.
I'll do that.
Well, it's a good drink, but you got to drink 24 of them to get a buzz on. One little bit of...
Hang on, Willie. We'll get you high. All right? Jeez. Calm down.
So it's
Diet Coke in my...
It's Diet Coke and champagne.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be. Well, we'll have Jess Hooker bring that in for us. We'll set that up for tomorrow or Thursday. How about that?
Yeah, none of us are capable of buying champagne and
I
Diet
have
Coke.
some at home right now if you'd like me to bring it in.
You're trying to
That's a tall order.
No, I thought
She's
Thursday.
bringing yak meat on
meat.
Thursday. She's busy.
We could have yak meat and champagne.
What goes better with yak meat than champagne?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like champagne?
Living like king. Oh, I love it.
Why hasn't there
I
been
do
a
too.
successful cartoon character, a yak? You got a bunny rabbit, you got a duck, you got all sorts of animals.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that
yak
was
has never
probably
been-
Walt Disney was probably thinking, let's see, do I go with a cute little mouse or a big smelly yak?
Yeah,
think
but
Chick's
yak
onto
is a
something.
funny name.
Yak.
Let's discuss this at length.
All
so,
Go on. He has a little goatee, or is that a buffalo? Can a yak grow a goatee? Or
So
is
once
he
again,
have all that hair.
what I'll call the Tom Perignon, the Diet Coke and champagne. We'll try it this week on the show.
okay.
Tomorrow he'll come in and he goes, "Did you see Lester last night? He's calling it Tom Perignon. I wonder where they got that. They stole it from me."
It's unbelievable.
Does Lester hold off and steal from you?
Oh, yeah.
I love when you're French. I love when you speak French.
Oh,
I like that
Laraquette?
too.
How do you say Laraquette?
L'etiquette.
Laraquette is what he said earlier, wasn't it?
I think
Christy, did it get cold in here, or is Tom speaking French?
He's speaking French.
It's Turkey's done, you know what I mean?
Laraquette means
Perignon.
the queef.
Okay.
Say Louis,
Thank
say
you very
Louis
much.
Vuitton for us.
Louis Vuitton.
Man,
Vuitton.
man, that's some high dollar talking. I like that.
Or Chick's favorite, who was the world-renowned photographer that you interviewed?
Oh, yeah, Cardinal Brasserie, Timmy, John, what?
I'll talk to the illiterati. It's Henri Cartier-Bresson.
Oh, I have my breath on.
I am so engorged right now.
Just call him Hank. This is
You're
America.
talking, Tom. Oh, Ace has something.
There is a cartoon called Yakety Yak.
Don't talk back.
It's about a saxophone.
He's a yak?
He's a yak.
Oh, wait.
It's kind of cute.
If we're going to have yak meat here on Thursday, we have to have a saxophone player here, right? Are we going to get a real saxophone player?
Yes.
I can't believe you haven't thought of that.
I mean, I'll have to.
So we're going to have
or you could
yak
just-
and sax?
You could just push that button.
Or just give me the $500.
We could all use it.
I could play this instead of a saxophone.
Sure.
Oh,
I could
that's
get
lovely.
Jay Young in here, and in fact, I could get both sax players in here, so we'd have the Barry, and we could do a sort of a yakety sax duet.
Wow, dueling yakety saxes.
I'll set that up for the next time we have the house band in
Duet?
with the horns and everything.
Okay, for them to play
Oh,
yakety
we're going to have
sax?
yak meat that day, too?
So we don't get any saxophone on Yak Day.
We don't get yak and
Make a lot of
sax?
sense.
You were just full of disappointment.
I can call Jay, see if he's available. What day's Yak Meat Day?
Thursday.
You just...
Is it Thursday? Okay.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. And we'll do the Tom Perignon. Once again, Diet Coke and
Oh, my
champagne.
God. I'll do that. I'll bring that tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, you're going to bring it? Okay.
I
that's
can
fine.
bring it tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
We have Diet
Once
Coke
again,
here, right?
the drink is called the Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks' new movie is called Otto.
Yeah.
And you
Man
saw
called
it?
Otto.
Oh, is
He's
it-
a curmudgeon.
It's a sweet little movie. You stop. I liked it a lot.
Okay. Well, let's move forward here. What else have you got?
Could your last name play a role in how well you perform in school and your overall success in life?
I don't know.
According to a new study, Josh, people whose last initial is among the beginning letters of the alphabet are more likely to see greater achievements, especially in school.
How about that?
Is that because they sit closer to the teacher in
This is
alphabetizing?
the thing. You remember when you were little? Did they always do it alphabetical order?
Yes.
Seating chart?
Yes.
Oh, no. Yeah, not for me.
Really?
I know that more recently in classes, they would, from some of my little kids, they would give them popsicle sticks with their name on them.
And they draw?
And they would draw, so there was always a random order.
Well, also now I know
That
my
makes it
kids growing up,
fair.
they had like pods rather than lines of desks. So there were like and then the teacher would be kind of in the center. So
Really? That sounds weird.
I want to hear more
like
about
tables of-
how Josh grew up. You just sat where you wanted to, man. It was up to you, man.
Some classes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Other times we drew. Other times, I guess maybe other times we were just assigned.
But what's interesting about this, Christy, keep reading. This is from Boulder, University of Colorado.
Oh, okay.
Go Buffs.
Conversely, those who always have to wait the longest to raise their hand during roll call are subject to more negative effects, according to researchers at the University of Colorado Boulder.
Get over it.
Listen, let's listen.
According to economics professor and co-author of the study, Jeffrey Zachs, keeping with our theme.
There we go.
See, this guy's
I'm mad.
last name starts with a Z. Jeffrey Zachs, I imagine, has been last to get called on his entire life.
If your name is at the end of the alphabet, you're less likely to be identified by teachers as an outstanding student.
Not true.
Boy, Jeffrey does have a chip, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Now,
I wonder if
Josh,
Jeff plays
Josh
sax.
Arnold.
Yeah. And I got my fair share of C's and D's.
But at least you had the chance.
That's such horse crap. I hate this Malcolm Gladwell BS.
No, this is spoken like a true letter A at the beginning of the last name guy.
Yeah.
You hear him? Hear him over here?
You never even realized what we had to go through. I'm a G. It didn't really work.
I was going to say, we're in the
Not only
middle.
are you You're an OG.
Yeah.
Do you think there's something to that?
Sure. I think that's why a lot of classes now, they deliberately don't go in alphabetical order. I mean, we had to do everything in alphabetical order. Our fire drills, did you have...
You had to line up in alphabetical order for a fire drill?
Oh, our fire drills were run by...
What if there was a real fire? You're going to wait till...
Well, if there's real fire,
Steve
Dr.
Bradley.
Zachs would have burned to death.
My God.
Because
If that's the case.
Josh Arnold would have been the first one out the door.
I was gonna, Josh Arnold, hell, if my name was Susie Zachs, I'd have been the first one out the door.
We had fire drills all the time. It was and it was great if you sat down. Well, Mrs. Brack goes, well, now, since no one seems to be behaving today, we're going to have a math quiz. Then, deet, 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 and we'd be high-fiving. All right.
You had to line up in alphabetical order. That's
it was
amazing.
very serious.
Okay.
Did you have bomb drills?
No, we did not. Because
Tornado
I think
drills?
they determined that lying next to your desk wasn't going to really help you with the irradiation and the fact that the atmosphere was catching on fire.
When you're breathing in
Duck and
flames.
cover was just so you didn't see everybody else get skeletized.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
No kidding.
I'm good. I heard Christy's doing horoscopes now using just last names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that ain't hard to do. Hell, that's easier than stabbing fish in a barrel. You know right away whether some name's going to be famous right away. Like classic names like Jordan, Jeters, Coverdales. I mean, you knew right away David is going to be a famous lead singer. You know? Same with Kanye, if that's even his real name. It's probably something like Craig Jones. But, man, there's a lot of fortune in the Baker name, Christy.
Is there?
Well, first there was Buddy Baker, NASCAR driver.
Sure.
And then Ginger Baker, he got hired on, drummer for Creams.
Right.
And then Dusty Baker, he won World Series.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
We're on a hot streak. And I've always been Donnie Baker, the bastard maker, so who knows how many more will rise to the top. You're going to need some more construction paper. The fact remains, I've sort of stained the Baker name of late, and I've got a confession I want to make right here on the Bob and Tom Show.
Okay, what's that?
And it's a deep, dark secret, something I got to get off my chest.
Okay, go.
And, Christy, I think it's best I tell you first.
What's that?
I'm hooked on fentanyl.
Oh, no.
Yeah, fentanyl this pork in your crouch. Swear to God.
Fentanyl.
Hey, Chick, can I get a tape of that?
Yeah, on the way.
You know what? Don't bother. I'll just listen to it again on Best Of. I gotta go.
Okay, that'll make it.
Oh, my gosh.
So once again, the Tom Hanks cocktail.
Diet Coke and champagne.
Yeah. What was the other one?
And what was your idea for a name for it?
Tom Perignon.
I think it works.
Instead of Dom Perignon, of course.
Oh, sure. Oh, that's what. Oh,
Yeah, now that you explain it. Yeah.
Oh, are you just now getting that?
No. I thought it was baffling that he chose to explain.
Yeah, Tom Jones had a cocktail.
Did you really? What was that called?
It was champagne with panties in it.
No, that's
Wait a minute.
Tom Jones would sip from the glass of champagne with panties in it. 1983.
Room 1724, the Carlisle Hotel.
Play the next one. Play the next Tom Jones.
Well, I think I should explain that the turntable. I had Eddie set up a turntable for
Yeah.
us. We can't get this on. This is the one song that
doesn't come digitally.
It's not available digitally.
Isn't that weird?
Apparently,
Yeah.
that's what I've been told. So I had this vinyl copy. Here we go.
What's new, pussy, pussy, pussy?
I'm sorry. I apologize. It's
a little
skipping.
rough.
That's all wrong.
What a great song.
If you say so.
Oh, it's tremendous. It's completely weird. It's got odd instruments in there.
Have you seen the movie What's New Pussycat?
It's unwatchable.
It's unwatchable.
Yeah, I tried. It really is. It's really not any good.
Peter Sellers in a wig. It's no good.
Okay. What's coming up in the news, Christy Lee?
Oh, coming up, musicians are more desirable dates. We have a skeleton of a man that's going to be removed from display. We'll tell you why. We have uranium found on a dude at Heathrow.
Oh, no.
What you got there? Uranium? Yep. Uh-oh.
Do they have dogs that sniff for that?
Maybe.
Stewardess, may I switch seats?
The guy's glowing.
My watch is spinning. What does that mean? When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
Henry Phillips in the studio with us. Go ahead, Henry.
All right, well, this is a song about one time I was flipping through the channels and it was late at night and I saw that they had one of those televangelist preacher guys.
Sure.
And he was talking, as a lot of them do, about the end of the world is coming. And I want to tell all the people out there that the end of the world is coming. For some of us, sooner than others. But not to be a downer in the morning, but it is coming in. So this is a song about what I would do if it were the end of the world. Here we go. Well, I was flipping through the channels on my TV set last night, and then I came across some TV preacher guy, and he was talking about some prophecies, and I think I heard him say that tomorrow was the end of the world. So then I went into my kitchen and I reached for that top shelf, and I grabbed the finest whiskey I could find, 'cause there's no need to save the finer things for later anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. And then I got into my car and I drove down to a street corner, and I asked some guy where I could get some blow. And then I went up to the prettiest hooker I could find and asked if I could do a line off of her hooters. Well, much to my surprise, she said she didn't have hooters. And much to my surprise, I didn't care, 'cause there's no need for us to not be getting transsexual hookers anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. So have a smoke, shoot some smack, kick a kid in the face, steal somebody's groceries, 'cause there's no need to not be a grocery stealing little kid in the face, kicking, smack shooting, smoking, tranny hooker, getting all the other stuff I said earlier guy anymore, since tomorrow is the end of the world. But when I woke up this morning, I took a look around, and of course I saw that everything was fine. But I'm still gonna call and thank that televangelist preacher guy, because I had myself a really lovely time.
Oh, yeah.
North America, North and South, yes, Bolivia, bring it, the Bob and Tom Show hat, bobandtomstore.com. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison. With a look at things you may have missed, Nepalese authorities Tuesday began returning to families the bodies of victims of a flight that crashed Sunday. Said they were sending the aircraft's data recorder to France for analysis as they try to determine what caused the country's deadliest plane accident in nearly 30 years. The flight plummeted into a gorge Sunday while on approach to land at the newly opened Pokhara International Airport in the foothills of the Himalayas, killing at least 70 of the 72 people aboard the plane. Searchers found the plane's cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder Monday and combed through debris scattered down the 300-meter, 984-foot deep gorge in search of people who remain missing but presumed dead. Another body found Tuesday, too, still remain missing. The ninth in a 3-week series of major winter storms churning through California, mountain driving remaining dangerous, flooding risk high near swollen rivers, even as the sun has come out in some areas. Heavy snow continues to fall across the Sierra. National Weather Service discouraging travel. A barrage of atmospheric river storms has dumped rain and snow on California since late December, cutting power to thousands, swamping roads, unleashing debris flows, and triggering those landslides. President Joe Biden will travel to California's Central Coast on Thursday to visit areas that have been impacted by the extreme weather. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I believe I heard Christy talking about her boyfriend's travel. Did I hear you right, Christy? He's halfway to being a million miler. I got to tell you, being a million miler is truly an elite club. We meet on Thursdays at the Bravo Sky Club at ATL. So I'm guessing we'll see your boat at the club sometime during, fourth quarter business this year? So what's his airline?
No, he has 500,000 miles on his Jeep.
On his truck.
500,000 miles, all wheels down?
Yes.
Yeah. I can't believe he's covered that much ground in one car. He makes Zone 4 people seem bougie. Am I right?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schmitz, but for me,
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
She's a former exotic dancer and adult film star with a rack as big as the Grand Tetons. Now, she's a small claims court judge, and all her decisions are final. Catch the hot news show from Bob and Tom Television. She's sexy. She's stacked. She's Jugs Judy.
This court is now in session. And before we get started, let's take a moment to let our bailiff introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Bob Gavoyan. Jugs Judy, may I say that you look absolutely stunning today. You certainly are one gorgeous lady.
Why, thank you, Bob. You keep flirting like that, and my gavel won't be the only thing getting banged today. My, it's a little warm in here. Does anyone mind if I loosen my robe?
Your Honor, that's what I call Exhibit Double D.
Bob, meet me in my chambers after court. I'd love to go through your briefs. Oh, and bring your handcuffs.
Yes, ma'am.
Jugs Judy. It's a guilty pleasure. Available only on Bob and Tom Television.
This court is adjourned. Now let's all go to my place for margaritas and skinny dipping.
In a group setting.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
The man with 2 first names. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Tom.
We were talking about the new Tom Hanks drink, which is Diet Coke and champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Diet Coke because he has type 2 diabetes.
Right.
But he was publicizing his new movie, and he mentioned this, that he has developed this the drink kind of by accident, but apparently it's quite tasty. We'll be trying it. Once again, it's just a shot. Was it a shot of champagne?
Yeah, in a Diet Coke.
In a Diet Coke.
And
just makes it bubblier, I guess.
He's calling it, what is it,
Cocaine is what he called it. COKAGNE.
Yeah, but doesn't really come off that way.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you funny. I think he was just going for a joke there.
Diet Coke.
Well, he missed.
But you can only call it that if it's from the Diet Coke region of Atlanta. It needs to be specific.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Champagne. I was thinking Tom Perignon. And but also he's not the first one that's developed a cocktail with champagne.
No.
Of course, the mimosa, probably the most famous. What's in that, Christy?
Orange juice and champagne.
You a big fan?
Yeah.
I would think.
Luigi Mimosa
I like that.
invented that in the 30s.
Of course, Tom Jones, the great singer, had the glass of champagne with game-worn panties in it.
Yeah.
That would be thrown up on stage. And, of course, I was able to have Eddie come in here and clean up the turntable.
Oh,
okay.
So we should be okay. Once again, the song What's New Pussycat?
Gonna try it again.
One of Tom Jones' most famous songs. Only available on vinyl, funny enough. And we have the vinyl here, and let's just try giving it a shot. Here we go.
What's new, pussy, 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 go and bother your cute little pussy.
That's it.
The way it stops there. It's
we're gonna have to get a.
You know, we make fun, but I heard this song in its entirety not too long ago.
Yeah.
It's just as bad without being.
Oh, it's awful.
Oh, no,
Yeah, there's one
it's
line.
No, there's one
magnificently
line.
awful. It's
Yeah,
so
there's
great.
a line in there that we cannot
Real
play.
rough.
I was surprised they let it go.
It's naughty.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Just a sweet,
Yeah, really?
innocent. Yeah.
Oh, like he didn't know what he was doing.
I don't think so. The Welsh, they don't use that word like we do.
The man like cats.
Yeah,
Okay,
man likes
coming up, we have a double dose of the Ace Cosby joke today. We'll also discuss the NFL with our NFL sports correspondent, Kostaki Economopoulos.
The origin of the mimosa is unclear and was originally called a champagne orange.
Huh. Now, I had heard that it was invented by Luigi Mimosa in 1930.
I'd heard that as well.
Okay.
Some credit to the Paris Ritz's bartender and cocktail writer Frank Meyer, who for making the mimosa cocktail from the 1934 book that he said was also originally known as Buck's Fizz.
Well, I can see why that didn't stick around. You say that 10 times quickly, something's going to go terribly wrong.
You'll never guess who loved mimosas.
Ernest Hemingway.
QE2. That's right, Queen Elizabeth.
Really?
Loved mimosas.
How about that?
She would sit there on Sunday mornings with the corgis. Whatever. And enjoy her mimosas and look out on the many lands she owns.
I own this.
The genetics of life.
Just dreaming of owning people in a far-off land somewhere.
Oh, my gosh.
I could own all these people instead of just demean them.
It's nice that I do not.
Long live the king, right?
Hey, authorities in the UK arrested a man after traces of uranium were discovered in a cargo package at London's Heathrow Airport.
Again, how do you? They have dogs that sniff for that, or does everything that comes in? Do they run one of those
Geiger counters?
Geiger counters by the thing?
Small quantity of uranium was detected in a package that arrived at the airport December 29th. The UK Metropolitan Police said the man, who was in his 60s, was arrested on suspicion of a terror offense.
They call that the Met, by the way, the police in London. It's the Met.
Really?
Metro Police, the Met. Dear Tom, this is from Steve. There are no such things as uranium-sniffing dogs, Tom.
I'm asking.
But you can get a dog that'll sniff Uranus.
I've got one.
The shipment originated in Pakistan.
The shipment.
I said shipment. And arrived on a flight from Oman.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
So, again, how do they know? Do they, when the shipments come in, do they, on a regular basis, take a Geiger counter to see if they're hot, I guess?
I hope they do have things that
something,
can
yeah.
measure this kind of stuff.
Wow.
Pat, what do you have to say about it via song?
Josh, it makes me wonder. If there's a missile in your Heathrow, don't be alarmed. It's probably nothing, not a crime scene. Yes, there are exits, you can go out, but please don't run. There's still time to change the flight you're on. Josh, it makes me wonder. It makes me wonder.
That's inspired.
Yeah, there we go.
Heathrow sounds like hedgerow.
Truly a gift I have.
When have you ever seen that word ever anywhere?
What, hedgerow?
It's over there behind the hedgerow.
Yeah, that's something you comment.
You mean the row of hedges, you weirdo?
That is a weird line.
Maybe it's an English term. Is that an English term,
What's
Chick?
a bustle?
Hedgerow?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a landscaping term. You'll say,
instead of a
excuse
fence,
me,
it's
can
a
you
bunch of
come out here and tend to these hedgerows?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember being like 6th grade, maybe 12, thinking Led Zeppelin was super cool and being like, oh, he's writing about Lord of the Rings like a dumb little nerd? That's not cool. It's supposed to be fun rock and roll.
Yeah.
It gets nerdy, yeah. Yeah.
Chick has his hand up.
I've got people sending me pictures of snakes doing it. Can we get this to stop, by the way, please?
How do they do it?
Well, it looks like a mess, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, the reason we are getting
Good
those
Lord.
is because we had a news story about some weirdo goalie from the Las Vegas, whatever the hell their name is.
Las Vegas Golden Knights.
And the guy's, he and his wife are declaring bankruptcy. They're $50 million in debt, and the guy's making $25 million a year.
He's an aspiring herpetologist. Nothing wrong with
And he
that.
spent a bunch of his money buying snakes.
I don't know if this is pornographic or not, but there they are.
Oh, they're really going at it.
Yeah, they're really going at
Snake
it.
sex.
Oh, boy.
A snorgy.
Yeah, it's a mess in
I
there.
bet there's a lot of choking involved when snakes do it.
Oh, they get tangled. Yeah.
Well, they already wrap up.
Constricting.
Heat of the moment.
Oh,
Oh, a
okay.
python goes in and he's like, ooh.
Isn't it very
Pull
difficult?
my hair. I can't.
Isn't it very, very difficult
Take my
to
garter
determine?
off.
Am I, you're the only one that knows anything about this topic, Josh.
Snake sex, yes.
Is determining the gender, if you will, of a snake, isn't that rather difficult?
It's weird. There's a flap, and you kind of you can open that up and see what's.
Well, the most difficult thing is getting their legs apart. No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But a snake's pronouns are he, his.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
If I was 10 years younger, I'd carry you out of here. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of politically correct jokes in that realm, and you hit it.
I really nailed it. I'm really
very
proud of
nice.
myself.
I like that.
You
very
should
much.
be.
In any event, what's this guy's name? That's the goalie that
Was it Leonard?
Robin Lehner. Robin
he's
Lehner.
$50 million in debt.
Yeah, and this was like his first year, wasn't it?
But he was
that
buying exotic
sold-
snakes.
He wrote a
Well, for 1.5,
he
that's
signed
what
a contract in 19, I think.
Oh.
It's 20% or 2% of his earnings or his debts.
They said their assets were at 10 million, but they owe 50. So, wow.
His nickname
He'll get out of it.
His nickname's Panda
Really?
because he has a multicolored penis.
Isn't that interesting?
And
Kind of
why
like
is,
Michael
why
Jackson.
isn't his nickname Parfait?
Because Panda
Napoleon.
is safe for the kids.
Oh, that's what you want. And wait, kid, you want to see the panda?
No.
He's from
Big
Sweden.
bamboo.
Yeah.
In 2020, Lehner signed a 5-year, $25 million contract with the Golden Knights, and that's $5 million a year.
So I can't believe wow.
No. Okay. Well,
We wish him the best.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What's the most money you've ever owed at one time, Tom?
Owed?
Owed.
Owed?
Are you counting mortgages?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh,
what are you
really?
up to? What are you up to, Josh? $250,000? $5 million?
No, less than $250,000.
Less than $250,000?
Yes.
Yeah, you can handle that. I'm running everything out because look at any actuary table.
Yeah.
Tick,
Odds
tick,
are.
tick, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave somebody holding the bag.
I just want a small part of that bag. I just want the smallest little part of that bag.
Absolutely, my friend.
Well, you don't want the debt, though. You just want the bag.
Right.
Okay. When we come back, we have Kostaki Economopoulos just around the corner. We have a wild lemur in your garage.
Mm-hmm.
We have the benefits of beaver in Ukraine. This is a really interesting story.
Very cool.
And we have a bookstore news, Josh. I think you'll like this one.
I do enjoy bookstores.
I saw this. I was so outraged.
Outraged.
I love bookstores,
So do I.
especially independent bookstores. These people are trying so hard to make it.
I don't think I've ever truly been outraged.
I was outraged.
I don't think I have.
Okay. And we've got a dog stuck in a tree. Don't you love when a dog thinks they're a cat? What are you doing up there? You're in the wrong cartoon.
Well,
You know,
if read the
I didn't
story,
consider getting down.
it's not the dog's fault if you read the story.
It's the squirrels' fault.
You're damn right it is.
Oh, those
stupid
squirrels.
They taunt.
We'll find out what we're talking about if we can figure it out ourselves. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, what kind of vacations do you get? And since you travel so much, Jim, I would imagine that
a vacation
would be staying home.
Yes.
I know last summer you had you
went camping.
Your semi-disastrous camping experience.
It's my wife. I married this woman who loves to camp, and I'm indoorsy.
Yeah,
you know. She always brings up camping's a tradition in my family. I'm like, hey, it was a tradition in everyone's family till we came up with the house.
Yeah.
My parents never took me camping. You know why? Because they loved me. You know? If it's so great outside, why are all the bugs trying to get in my house?
How true.
Boy, I'm with you on that.
Happy camper. Has anyone ever really been a happy camper? Because whenever we use that term, we're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
He is not a happy camper. Well, why don't we just call him a camper? He's miserable. You know who's a happy camper? The guy leaving the campsite. He's the happiest camper. He gets to take a shower.
Yeah.
It's a camping thing.
Camping.
Are you a shower man versus a bathtub man?
I'm a neither. I'd rather do nothing.
Yeah, just lay in bed.
The shower, yeah, definitely. The bath thing, that seems like a lot of work.
It does.
That just seems, I don't know.
You have to wait.
Yeah, it's just you gotta figure out. You gotta stand up. Mm-hmm. It's like once I'm standing, I don't want to have to, sit down and then stand again. I'm that lazy. And chick's like,
Brilliant. You are talking my language. I never thought of that before.
And when you stand up out of a bath, don't you have all the suds on you too?
Yeah.
You're sitting in all that.
Then you got to go take a shower to clean out.
Then you have to rinse off.
Take a shower. I don't understand it.
And they're slippery. Old people get themselves broken hips all the time in them.
Yeah.
I hate bathtub showers more than anything.
Relaxing.
No, they're not.
No.
Yes, they are.
Mary and I primarily do physics experiments involving flatulence. Basic stuff.
Oh, yeah. It really does bubble. How about that?
Hold a match to the surface of the water, that sort of thing.
I would have never thought of that.
I've not thought of that either.
This is the first show
Now
in a
you're
long
going to
time.
want to take a bath.
I'm going to have to take a bath to see if it works.
I have to take notes.
You guys don't take baths with your significant others?
Well, sure. I mean, I've done that.
Not if you want them to stay your significant others. Honey, let's take a bath. Why don't you do that? I got check out Sports Center.
You know what Christy wants? She wants a bubble bath
and some sodomy.
That's exactly right.
No.
See, we have to explain.
You have to be very careful what we say, and it's taken out of context.
Family-friendly show.
That doesn't work. See, people don't realize that Christy didn't actually say that. Chick
and some sodomy.
Well, who is that then?
No, but I mean, she said it in a different
we were
context.
talking about something totally different.
You have it on tape.
Isolated.
You just keep playing it, right?
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking. Do you see me moving?
Christy, what do you want for
sodomy.
Christmas?
Well, now, Jim, now you're playing.
I want some nice.
Don't play
Christy
the game.
wants some perfume
and some sodomy.
Okay. Wow. Do I have to come over there? I'm not feeling well.
All right.
That won't be on the TV show.
No.
Was allegedly seen holding a handgun and pulling the trigger outside their apartment. Fox 59, citing a police report by the Beech Grove Police Department, said 45-year-old Shane Osborne of Beech Grove was arrested Saturday for felony neglect of a dependent. Live footage of the arrest was filmed by and broadcast on the reality TV show called On Patrol Live, which follows law enforcement officers on duty. Neighbors alerted police, and the video of the young boy playing with the gun captured on a security camera and seized by police in their investigation. And a man made off with $300,000 cash in a bizarre Brinks truck robbery outside a Brooklyn bank last week. According to police, the thief swiped an unattended money bag from the armored truck's bumper, while two other men distracted the Brinks employee by asking for directions. The incident happened around 1 o'clock in the afternoon on January 6th during a bank money drop at a Chase Bank branch in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Police have released photos of the men and asked for the public's help in finding them. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show, and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
At Nike, we know that to get a job done, you need the right shoe. Michael Jordan doesn't step on the court without his Nike Air Jordans. And Jose Impalero doesn't step into the streets of Pamplona without his Air Toro. Air Toro. Once you strap on these bright red steer hide zapatas, you'll be ready to run for your life.
Yes, hello, this is Jose Impalero. You know, when I put on my Air Toros, I feel like I can... Oh, mi Dios. Oh, no, no, Toro, el Toro. Help me, somebody.
Air Toros. People would walk over you to get this shoe. Air Toros. Hemingway may have worn khakis, but he never got to wear Air Toros. Plenty of other famous people love their Air Toros. People like Gore.
BlanterICare.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I demand to know what Christy's eating. She's at the news desk. What the hell is that?
A little bit of Greek yogurt, some granola, and bananas. Happy now?
No leaves or grass clippings or anything like that?
No grass clippings.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold's over there.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Digging up some trucker requests here. We'll get to those coming up in just a few minutes. We have Christy Lee, of course, at the news desk, Chick McGee at the sports desk, and Chickster. A rough night last night for the shoe. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers
took it on the chin. Sorry, Christy.
So overall in the playoffs, technically, where are we now?
The record so far to date, 49-44.
Okay,
a robust 5 games, over 500.
Yes.
A big weekend coming up.
Big weekend coming up.
And we'll certainly look forward to that, probably on Thursday. Also coming up today, it's going to be a double dose of the Ace Cosby joke of the day, which I'm certainly looking forward to. And oh, could you grab that for me?
Hello.
Hey, it's your old skipper, Captain Dave calling.
Captain Dave, how are things at sea, Captain Dave?
Well, they're pretty good. Hey, yesterday I heard you talking about, I was on my iPhone C. I heard you talking about the wee lass in Maryland, US of A, who found a giant ancient shark tooth.
She's found a
Chesapeake Bay,
megalodon tooth. Yeah, it's 20 million years old or something.
Yeah, she's so proud of it. Big deal. I don't know why everyone is making a big fuss. You know, shark teeth are not that rare. You know where else you can find a whole bunch of shark teeth?
No, where?
In my ass. Yeah, I think there's some in my back, too, and a couple in my thighs.
Nice.
Most of the crew rattle when they walk from all the shark teeth embedded in their pasty flesh.
Nice.
Sharks leave teeth behind with every bite, and we all know that sharks are bitey pricks.
Oh, I did not know
They do bite a lot of stuff.
Sure, these toothies may not have come from that 50-foot-long melanoma that you speak of that once swam the seas during the the age of the dinosaurs. But these choppers belong to Whitey, the great white sharks, the turd blossoms of the sea.
Really?
Sharks is 90% teeth. That's right. And they're all the time sprouting a brand new set of razor-sharp choppers. Why, teeth fly out of a shark's mouth like diarrhea blasts out of Clappy's blowhole on burrito night.
Burrito night.
Yeah, that's why sharks don't get invited to dinner parties, because no one can stand to watch them chew. You know what most cat litter is made from?
No, what?
Ground up shark teeth.
Really?
I'm telling you, they're all over the place. You can't go anywhere without stumbling over a damn shark tooth. They're like Nick Cannon's kids.
A lot of them, you see.
There you go, a little Hollywood news there. Captain Dave shoving off. Bye, you freaky fish.
Thank you, Captain Dave. That was very helpful. No, this 9-year-old young lady found a megalodon tooth.
Yep.
20 million years old, possibly. Just absolutely amazing. It's the size of my hand. Very big, very big. Well, as promised today, being Tuesday, a special treat. That's right. This is the first of 2 events we know as...
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
2 soldiers are in a tank. Yeah. One looks at the other and goes bloop, 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 bloop.
That was Ace Cosby's
And that kind of tank.
joke of the day.
That was not good.
One of the worst ever? you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
that was
Yeah.
not good.
Why are they
kidding me?
Is there a
Why
fish
are they-
called
Are
the
you
soldier?
They must have been in a big tank. If,
Well, hey, Willie, tell Ace what happens if he's on stage in a comedy club and nobody laughs and he looks at him and goes, "Are you kidding me?"
No, that's what you're supposed to. You blame them. You act out, you lash out, yell at them.
They laugh at this in New York.
You'll get that on the way home.
Hey, Google that.
Let me adjust my fingerless gloves.
But you guys are in a fish tank.
Okay. Got
Oh, yeah.
Got a request here. This is...
give him some time, because that second one's got it really.
No. I say
right now.
right back, baby. Yeah!
On the horse.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
How did Webster invent the dictionary?
How?
He had a bad fight with his wife, and one word led to another.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Hey, Christy's dying.
Well, it had something.
No, I think it's the confidence.
It had something.
The confidence that's funny.
Right.
Godwin's not wrong. There is something there. Yeah.
I like that there's a domestic altercation for no reason. Always leads to comedy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Hilarious. Okay.
I have a verbal disagreement.
Okay. Well, whose side are you on here? We have a rather unusual request here.
Yeah.
This is a song from Pat Godwin.
This isn't unusual.
Did my mother call it?
Usually they're forced on us.
No, this is a song. This is a song called "The Legend of John Fox."
Just kidding, honey.
And I need to give a little background here.
How's he doing?
Back in the day, there used to be some, and at the sort of the peak of the comedy boom, there was something called the comedy condo. Do you want to explain this, Josh?
Sure. Instead of putting you up at a hotel, comedy clubs would just rent a condo monthly or buy a condo, and that's where the comedians would stay, meaning a couple of comedians would stay there one weekend, a couple other comedians would stay there the next weekend, and so on and so forth.
Right.
And so they were notoriously filthy.
Yes, not the cleanest people you'll ever meet.
You can imagine, you know, road comics,
right?
The things that they would leave behind. There was a legend about the great comedian John Fox. And this is actually referenced in one of the finer books, Rich Scheidner's book about comedy. He talks about this. John was a good friend of ours. And as we said, a legend in comedy. And I thought we would feature one of his jokes, and then we'll feature the song.
Okay.
Here we go. This is a classic.
This magician's on stage, and he invites this guy from the audience to give him a sledgehammer. The magician says, "I want you to hit me in the temple as hard as you can with a sledgehammer." Guy goes, "All right." So the magician lays his head down on his block of wood, and this guy hauls back. Bam! Pops this guy in the temple. 10 years later, the magician wakes up out of a coma in the hospital and goes, "Ta-da!" I'm a traveling comedian. I play a different club each week. They put us up in filthy condos, but man, this one reeks. The toilet's broke, it smells like smoke, stale beer, and dirty socks. Who was the comic that worked here last? Must have been John Fox. John Fox, John Fox. Keep him sober and I hear Fox rocks. But he'll trash the place everywhere he stays. Smells like ass and cat food. No one's cleaned for days. The VCR and TV's gone. The couch is stained blood red. There's empty Cuervo bottles, a passed out stripper in the bed. Porno tapes, real twisted stuff. Fill a cardboard box with a label on the top that reads, property of John Fox. John Fox, funny man John Fox. But if he gets too drunk, the audience walks. He leaves his DNA at every place he stays. So don't drink what you think is apple juice or eat the mayonnaise. John Fox, oh John Fox, singing about the legend of John Fox.
You could hear John in the background.
He loves it.
When they said the audience walks. Like, no. They never walked on Fox. But yeah, the legend was that John Fox would
top off the
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
In the comedy condo.
I had heard a story about him and Ice Cube trays as well.
I thought you meant it was a story about him and the rapper Ice Cube.
No.
And I was like, this is going to be a great story. Right after Friday came out.
Boy, oh boy.
He had a lot of good stories, but one of my favorites is his Rodney Dangerfield story. He and Rodney were buddies, and they were in Vegas, and Rodney, of course, had this huge Eldorado convertible, whatever this. And Rodney gets pulled over by the police, and he's smoking a joint. And the cop walks up to the car and starts going, "Hey, Pat, Rodney!"
That'd be so awesome.
Nice request. Thank you very much. That comes to us from Ken.
Well done, Patty.
Thank you, Ken.
He is out there driving ice cream truck 13 hours a day.
Oh,
really?
Man, that
Thank you very much.
That must be heaven. Being able to grab an ice cream whenever you want it. Wow.
Every once in a while.
Boy, well, one fell off, the little drumstick fell off the truck.
Yeah, the whole case. Yeah.
Imagine that he's allowed to have a occasional Eskimo pie.
I would hope so.
Oh, wait a minute. They don't call it that anymore.
Nope.
I like the strawberry
I
shortcake.
forget what they changed the name of that
It's
to.
Edie's Pie. Now
Is that what it is? Yeah, yeah.
EDYS. Edie's Pie.
Wow.
Ever eaten Edie's pie?
Okay.
No, Steve Lawrence says.
The only possible function.
Passing on that.
And she was quite the foodie, a real gourmet.
Let's do it around. Who's doing Steve Lawrence?
What did you say?
Gourmet
Did you say Poonie? What did you say?
Foodie.
Foodie.
She's a foodie.
Oh, foodie. Okay.
Poonie. He's a real gourmet.
She's a real poonie.
It wouldn't help the joke, no matter what. Coming up, Kostaki Economopoulos on our NFL update right now. Yes, the importance of security in contemporary life, and the authority on that is one Chick McGee with
That's
Simply
right.
Safe.
You're darn right. Do you want your compound secure, safe, and peace of mind? Well, that's where Simply Safe comes in. You can design it and install it yourself. Just go to simplysafetom.com. More about that in a moment. But Simply Safe named the best home security of 2022 by U.S. News & World Report for the third year in a row. 24/7 professional monitoring agents during emergencies use Fast Protect technology only from Simply Safe, capturing critical evidence and verifying the threat is real. You get faster police dispatch. Simply Safe also whole home security, advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, HD security cameras for inside and out, and smarter ways to detect motion that alert you only when a threat is real. And my favorite, the Simply Safe app. You can arm, disarm, and check out your cameras right there on your smartphone. And you could adjust system settings, too, all for less than $1 a day with that app. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. And, of course, we have a special offer. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera and 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, Kostaki Economopoulos, our NFL report. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, Floyd, let me know that he spends his afternoons listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. He also enjoys those Bob and Tom Show podcasts that we have available. He downloads them and listens in his truck while he's driving. The Bits and Pieces podcast, that Josh Arnold podcast, and the Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast. Some extra Bob and Tom weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Just head on over to bobandtom.com/podcasts to download for free. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Tuesday. It's January 17th. Yes, we are live at the Frigamall building, and thanks so much for choosing us, the Bob and Tom Show, to entertain you this morning. So glad to have you with us. Get another cup of coffee, and let's do this. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Monday night wild card playoff action in the NFL. Dak Prescott outplayed Tom Brady. Dak throws 4 touchdowns and ran for another. Cowboys 31-14 winners over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa last night. Dallas Cowboys kicker Brett Maher missed 4 straight extra points in that game last night. Jerry Jones, after the game, was asked if they're going to look for a new kicker for Dallas, and he assured everyone that they will not be looking for a new place kicker. NBA winners last night: Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Golden State, Atlanta, Utah, Memphis, and the Lakers all win. Toronto wins in overtime, beating the Knicks. NHL winners in regulation: Florida, Boston, Colorado, Tampa Bay, Dallas, the Rangers, St. Louis, and Nashville all win. New Jersey wins in a shootout, beating San Jose. And Pittsburgh and Washington both win in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand in the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Men, are you looking to add a little dance to your pants? Are you hoping to turn heads without costly and painful surgery? Then visit the Bob and Tom Personal Care Outlet Mall and experience the newest way to grow your fro.
Hi, I'm Chick McGee. I know what you're thinking, but Chick, hair hides inches. Well, that's only when you're naked. See, when I put King Kong behind closed doors, I want the ladies to notice a bulge that rivals those old Jim Palmer ads in Sports Illustrated. And thanks to this, I can achieve that look in just a few short weeks.
From the makers of Miracle Grow, it's the Pubador. The Pubador starts at the root system, giving your patch a major poof that only the latest in Frigamall technology can provide.
Wow, Chick. Is that an airbag in your pants? Or are you just happy to see me?
Let's just say my curly fries have gone home style.
The Pubador is a simple 3-step system. First, apply the Miracle Mix to desired region. Place those puny pubes in curlers, and then let the Pubador leave you high and dry.
Wow, it looks like a bloomin' onion.
The Pubador. Now available at the Bob and Tom Personal Care Outlet Mall. Warning, not intended for beards, backs, or buttocks. Ask for the Pubador by name. Pubador.
Oh, my God.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Medium. Greg Hahn is here with us. He's a high-energy kind of guy, aren't you, Greg?
Oh, yeah, I like to have a little energy. A little energy in the show. I got a big show, everybody. I get shot out of a cannon. We bring out the elephants. I break a board over my head. It's motivating. It's a good time. I'm all excited. I'm getting married in May.
You are?
Yeah. All I got to do now is find a chick. Yeah. Hey, there he is. There he is. I was engaged once. You know, if you give a girl a ring and ask her to marry you, she thinks you're really going to do it. You should do it. You should do it. Dating is crazy. Crazy. I was out with this girl. She's like, you know what she said?
What?
She said, you've never been married your whole life. What are you afraid of? You really want to know? Yeah, what are you afraid of? I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. Alligators! Alligators! They got a big head and these little legs, and they can run lightning fast. You can get a head start, the alligator will catch up to you, even though it's got a big head and these little legs. It'll catch right up to you. It's like, what's that got to do with being married? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I'm talking about alligator. Scary. I'm benching 315.
You're huge.
I'm still afraid of alligators.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee over there at the old news desk.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right here at the OK Corral News.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Howdy, chick. You call it the OK Corral?
OK Corral News.
Oh, okay.
OK Corral. It's okay.
Actually, I'd be the saloon lady. I wouldn't have a...
Miss Christie?
Yeah, I'd be slugging the
Where can a
whiskey.
man get a room and a bath? Leave the bottle.
Yeah, that was always realistic.
There's Josh Arnold.
All the people on Guzboke had teeth. And the women weren't all whores. Come on.
What?
As opposed to your favorite movie that was realistic? Toy Story?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the way it was.
True to its own reality, isn't it?
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
Agree with a man doesn't make me an ass kisser.
No, it's the constant of it, I think. There's Tom Griswold.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
I forget my name.
You know my
time
motto?
to check in. Time to check in with the semi-bearded.
He has a very gray beard.
Kostaki Economopoulos.
Morning, kids.
Morning.
Kostaki, did you stay up and watch the whole game last night?
I did. How about them Cowboys? That's something I've never said before.
Now, I was asking earlier, do you think because of what happened on Saturday night with the apparent blowout going, do you think a lot of folks abandoned that game? And then do you think after the huge comeback, do you think last night they said, well, it's not over till it's over. Got to stick around.
Well, it is Tom Brady. I mean, if it's ever not over till it's over, it's with him on the other side. But, man, it was fun to watch. You know, I love sad Tom Brady. It's one of my hobbies. It might have been the last time I ever got to see it. Well, that's not an observation, just a prayer. Come on, go away.
Let's see. Now, how did you do in your various picks?
Oh, I think I did well. Now, some of these games are close. We didn't think that was going to happen, right? But yeah, most of the favorites won this week, right?
I went 4-3, so
okay.
No, but have you seen Twitter this morning? This seems to be the consensus of people that let me be people who comment on the NFL that I tend to listen to.
Okay.
And I really like their opinions.
Right.
This is pretty much the tweet. It goes like this. Honestly, after watching last night's game between the Cowboys and Tampa Bay, who would want Tom Brady starting on their team next year?
Oof.
Somebody.
Oof.
I don't know.
For the very least, people would still go watch him play,
sell
right?
tickets.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
There's still got to be somewhat of a draw.
Just one game.
A doddering old fool.
So he got the team to the playoffs? Come on.
Yeah.
Many other teams are not there.
No, that was because the division Tom Brady and the Buccaneers stumbled out of was not Weren't they at 8 and 9 or what was it or something? I forget.
Yeah, it was 500-ish. I don't know exactly, but yeah, they were not good.
Okay, well,
you've got to let Tom Brady go at some point, Tom. He's not going to be. I'd be out there at 53 slinging the football. He can't. It's impossible.
Okay, we'll see.
They are big Tom Brady fans, Kostaki.
I'm just saying,
Tom
with
Brady
the year
fans.
that he had personally,
Here we go.
In his personal life, I'm shocked he won 8 or 9 as many as he did.
It's a tough year.
His personal life happened because of his own decision to play again. If he hadn't have played again, he wouldn't have had a very public divorce. They probably would have worked it out, right?
Well, we don't know that.
The media still would have loved it. They would have ate it up.
Why won't you cut me or Michelle Obama slack like this? I don't understand.
Well, I have nothing against Michelle Obama except for the fact that she hates fat people. I think it's awful.
For a team.
Hey, Kostaki, what's going on with the facial hair? This is the first sign of a guy getting divorced.
Oh, yeah. No, I just didn't have anything going on this week. My kid was sick. I had no gig, and I got sick. Whatever. I'll just let it go.
You feeling better?
It's fun. It's raining outside. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You've got the trough of water or something, right?
You got the what?
The trough of water that's you guys are flooding down there over there in L.A. or something.
Oh, yeah, it is. By our standards, it's very rainy. Yeah, that's right. And I got the 4-year-old Art here. You see this?
I saw that.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
And I got 64-year-old Art here.
That's generous.
That's the nice portrait of me and Kostaki. You being of Greek heritage, could you grow one of those ZZ top beards like the Greek priests?
I don't think
the
that's
Orthodox.
A good idea
Well, don't
for
forget
anyone,
No, that's a different culture. No,
The sideburns?
No,
No?
that's a different one.
Are you sure?
No, the Greeks go the big. Their priests have the huge beards.
Okay.
Who's the last pope? Who's the last pope with facial hair? That's a good trivia question. That's been a while.
That's been a minute. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all popes shave their pubes, too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They keep a very clean house. Yeah.
Boy, I
and
hope.
they sprinkle those pubes over the floor.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's an honor to be pubed by a pope.
That is
Would you
a
like
lie.
some holy water to take home with you?
No, it stings.
Okay, I'm sorry, Kostaki, your comedy. What's the word I'm looking for?
You've said enough. Your comedy.
What is the term I'm looking for? Just a group of
an aggregate.
There we go. It's
Aggregate,
known
sure.
as All Pro Lines. Do you have any jokes about this recent playoff weekend?
Oh my Lord!
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, Tom Brady might come back as the kicker for the Cowboys. That was a pretty ugly scene.
Did you see
missed four of
extra points?
Missed four of five.
Four out of the 5. And did you see the Manning cast? They were showing highlights of it this morning. Peyton was yelling at the TV, "What are you doing kicking it?" And
he walked off the screen.
And then he missed it and got up and walked off.
In his defense, we would have all missed 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But we're
That was
not
like
paid to do that.
Oh.
4 missed extra points. That was like me arguing with my wife. Like, these points are so easy to make. How am I losing?
Ex-wife.
That's right.
Oh.
Who gave the halftime speech to the Chargers this weekend? The Falcons? What?
Oh.
That was. I see a new career for Matt Ryan. You can hire him to talk to your opponent at halftime. He's the cooler. Matty Cooler. Trevor Lawrence, you just won a playoff game. Why the long face?
No, Kostaki
He does appear just a touch equine.
He does.
Oh, he's a good-looking guy.
With
Hey,
that
Kostaki,
nose?
did you hear what he did to celebrate the incredible win?
He went to a Waffle House.
Yeah.
Yes, you do when you're in the South celebrating something.
That's
Yes.
great.
I agree. And if you're a gambler, you know he was eligible to get the eggs over easy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the over.
Get the over. And of course, the Waffle House.
Didn't all the games, maybe except for last night, go over?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, the points over?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
I don't care for the over.
There were a lot of points this weekend. I mean, you might be right, Tom.
I think
except
all
for
of them
last
did.
night.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence there's something about him. He looks a little unreal. He's like a talented middle school kid, drew what they think a quarterback looks like, right?
Yes.
It's a little off somehow.
I agree.
Or some teenage girls got a hold of that machine in weird science, you know, like, all right.
Herbert guy is
Romance novel
much
cover,
cuter.
but kind of football-y and pituitary disorder. Something's weird.
A little McConaughey, a little Easter Island.
Yeah. It's like David. Like, it's beautiful, but it's like the proportions are off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a little Tilda Swinton. It's all
Yeah, sure, yeah. A little if the avatars were white.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very much so. Yeah.
The Na'vi or whatever.
I love this story. The Cardinals fired their head coach, Cliff Kingsbury, who then ignored job inquiries and bought a one-way ticket to Thailand.
That's usually...
Is that true?
Yeah, he said he said he was going to Thailand.
But I mean,
to be fair, the way the airlines are lately, any ticket could be a one-way ticket. So that part, this is the opposite of I'm going to Disney World, though. Cliff Kingsbury, he just went 4-13 and got fired. What are you going to do next? I'm going to Thailand. All right.
Isn't he getting paid for 3 or 4 more years, by the way?
I think
guaranteed,
it's 5.
Guaranteed money?
There's a pile of money headed his way.
Didn't Gary Glitter say Thailand more fun than Disneyland?
Oh, boy.
Glitter has a place there.
Yeah, I was going to ask if he was married.
What's nice about Thailand, there's
3
none
hots
of
and
those
a
things
cot.
with the rides. Yeah, it doesn't matter how tall you are. It's totally.
Yeah. I mean, he had a 5'10" quarterback, and he traded him out for little boys, ironically enough.
All right. Okay. Lily's going right for the throat.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Cliff Kingsbury. What a terrible name. With a K, Cliff. Thank God his middle name is Timothy. That was very close to a monogram towel nightmare.
Yeah.
Cliff, Carl.
Should we go with
Kingsbury.
Kevin? No.
Carl? No.
Carl? No? Okay. All right. Michael Vick said about Lamar Jackson's knee injury, put a brace on it. Let's go. Yeah, when in doubt, you want to take career advice from Michael Vick. That's who you want. Antonio Brown's not available to give you some advice. All right. Why does Michael Vick even care about this? He doesn't have a dog in this fight. The Browns are interviewing their new defensive coordinator. Tough job since the team's been on defense every moment since signing Deshaun Watson. Watson's truck this week, stolen. Later found abandoned in a ditch. Wait, did they mean truck or career? It's weird since Deshaun is best known for hijacking himself. All right. I wonder how that made him feel. Somebody put their hands on his stuff against his will. Yeah, probably not good. Probably not good. Packers GM said Aaron Rodgers is going to take some time to decide what to do, and we all know by time, Aaron means ayahuasca.
Yes. They'll be puking outside of a yurt in less than a week.
I went to camp ayahuasca.
Great word.
How was Camp Ayahuasca?
Oh, it was nice.
Makes you a little nauseous, but it's all right. The Chiefs and Bills, if they make it to the AFC title game, it will be held in Atlanta, finally giving Falcons fans a chance to see some good football in town. So nice.
And I thought, maybe I heard this wrong, but I thought they wanted to play it in Detroit, but there was something like a monster truck or a trade show.
They were going to play it in Indianapolis, and there was a there's a
volleyball tournament.
That's right.
Volleyball.
Yeah, because
volleyball tournament,
and they had no idea that they should maybe. Because of the NFL playoffs, they shouldn't book anything where the Colts play. But then people started saying, well, why worry about it? Even at the start of the season, I guess. It's a big time insult. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, comedy.
Kostaki Economopoulos is our guest. And if I'm reading this correctly, Kostaki, you're going to be at Yellow & Company in Mahomet, Illinois, coming up on the 17th of February.
Oh, Oskar was just there and loved it.
Yeah, I did great.
Yes.
The Strand Theater in Shelbyville on the 18th. And then the Comedy Showcase in Ann Arbor, April 20th through the 22nd. All correct?
All correct. And I've got a bunch of other stuff that's just coming through. It's not even on the site yet. I'm doing Lexington and Cincinnati. Check in on the Kostaki.com at some point and come find me out there. It's
wonderful.
Fun. I'm really enjoying the road.
Okay. Everything going okay in your life these days?
Yeah, I'm good. I bought condoms. That's a good sign, right?
It sure is.
Very optimistic.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's been a decade. It was kind of a big moment. When I walked into the store, I was like, I feel pretty good about this. And then it took me a while to find where they are, right?
Yeah.
And then they were locked.
Oh, boy.
And I go immediately back to 17-year-old Costanza. Can you help me get the thing with the going to maybe if everything goes well?
Did you pad your order?
No, not in this case, because I had to. I already had the awkward part of. I had to go find. I found a woman, like maybe 65, maybe Jamaican, and I was nervous. So I want to go back and hug her. She was so great. I was talking too much because I was uncomfortable, and she was like right there. She hung with me. I think if you open these, I can figure it out from here. And I go. She goes, yeah. Most of the people who come to get these are a lot younger. We had this kind of funny thing back and forth, and I go, yeah. Do you know what the kids are buying these days? And she said, this is a direct quote. No, my kitchen's been closed for a long time, too.
Wow. Wow. Did you think she was coming on to you?
No, but it was just, we had this very kind of warm exchange. And at the end, she goes, enjoy your life, and kind of smiled at me. And I go, you too. I wish I had thought of it, because I would have said it if I did. I wish I had looked down and gone, this is a lot of condoms. You want to knock some dust off or something?
Sure. Want to turn those burners back on in the kitchen?
Yeah,
So we can cook
gotta
up?
get this kitchen open, girl.
Yeah.
Making me horny.
Jamaican me horny from Godwin.
That would be the title of the chapter in the book. So we should point out Kostaki is in the middle of a divorce and is going to be
cruising drugstores for Jamaican women.
Can I ask what kind did you opt for? Because they have all kinds of flanges and reserve tips.
That's
and
the thing.
Sizes.
That's why I had to stare at them. There's so many choice. I'm like an old guy. Like, I don't know what the kids are. I got 2 different boxes, which is ridiculously optimistic.
Do you have one in your wallet?
I don't have one in the wallet.
Where do you put it?
Not
on his penis.
Yeah, it won't work unless you do that.
Yeah, that's how.
No wonder. I wish I'd known that 30 years ago.
Well, I tell you what, Willie's glad you didn't. I can tell you that.
Hey, Tom puts them on his fingers. I don't want to get germs.
Kostaki, as a Greek guy, are you brand loyal to Trojans, or is that kind of triggering for you in a way?
Yeah.
That's the bad guys, depending on
I'm not going to forget about what those bastards did with that horse.
I thought Willie was going to say, as a Greek guy, you don't really need him.
That's not what I was going to say.
Prevent pregnancy.
Kostaki's my pal. I would never make fun of him in that way.
Actually, probably never mind.
Well, this is exciting, Kostaki.
Very exciting.
Are you going to go on to the so-called dating apps?
I have a little. I never did it before because I've been in a relationship for most of the lifespan of dating apps. So I actually joined Tinder. Tinder's awful. I had no idea how bad. I mean, I knew it was bad, but it was even worse. But the first day of Tinder, you feel like a king, right? You're just swiping like, yes, bring me the woman with the large bosoms who likes sushi. Yes. Yes. This one
yoga,
has weird
hiking.
makeup, but she likes craft beer and motorcycles. I say yes.
There's another one out there. It's for a hard-working day. It's called Grindr. They grind it out. You should try it out.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys who work hard?
Yeah.
Look it up.
Thanks, Kostaki. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, try out Raya. That's like the elite dating app, and you need like referrals to get in. Some of your Hollywood pals out there might be able to help you
your
get
LA
onto Raya.
How do you
That's
spell
what
it?
I need. More of that scene here in LA.
Raya, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to be a certain somebody to be on that dating app.
I will not refer you. Greg Warren already ruined that for me.
Okay, Kostaki, thank you. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
Kostaki.
And it's, by the way, it's all pro lines if you'd like to submit some great jokes to Kostaki. Right now, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. We want you to be at your best. You can do great things when you're at your best, but right now, a lot of us are overwhelmed. And perhaps therapy Could be something that could really help you become the best version of yourself, feel more empowered, feel prepared to take life on, I should say. BetterHelp has connected more than 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's extraordinarily convenient because it's done online, so it's accessible anywhere, secure, and it gives you the benefits of in-person therapy. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. By the way, you can do it on camera. You could be off camera. It can just be voice. It could even be texting back and forth if that works for you. Once again, affordable, flexible, convenient, entirely online. You fill out a brief questionnaire, and you'll get matched with a licensed therapist. By the way, if you want to switch therapists at any time, there is no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy through BetterHelp can help you get there. The Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Visit them today at betterhelp.com/BT Show to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we have bookstores and beavers.
Not together.
Not together.
You have any books on woodworking?
That shelf looks yummy.
Is the bartender?
And we have Cowboys and Doggies. None of those are in the same story, but it's all coming up. And fireman Dave Dyer will be our guest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Tell us more about scatting.
Well, it's it's like in the traditional jazz sense. It's the scooter beat a bada. But I mean, I don't do that. I do it to classic rock only.
Right. The most famous scat is probably the worst ever.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, a great artist, but the doobie, one of the worst,
absolutely
terrible scats. But
but I mean, it's hard. Like if you're in the car and you're listening to Led Zeppelin, it's hard not to do the bow bow banner doom cack cack doom bum bam bum bam down down doom cack cack doo. So
brilliant. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I've got the notoriety came from the AC/DC, which really took sale, which is the dum 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 Be-dum ba wow no dum 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 pa-dum 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 pa-dum
Brilliant.
Be-dum ba wow no and my girlfriend's like, most people sing the lyrics.
That's true.
Okay. I can scat Amos Moses by Jerry Reed.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear it.
Please.
Bow, 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 ding, bow, 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 ding, bow,
On that note, we have to go. Thanks for joining us.
He's a hunting alligator down in the swamp.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, by the way, you can listen to the show all day later today. It's the Bob and Tom all-day replay with our friend Christopher. Starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll replay today's show back-to-back and again back-to-back right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. That way you never have to miss a thing. And if you have to run into work or, drop off something, drop your trailer wherever you're at, don't worry, because you can always catch what you missed later in the day. Just tune in right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Again, Bob and Tom's all-day replay, hosted by our friend Christopher, beginning today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Rolling through a Tuesday morning with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Steve Vai's been reunited with a guitar he lost more than 36 years ago. It's a green custom-built electric guitar he calls Swiss cheese because it's got holes drilled in it. He played it in the Yankee Rose video for David Lee Roth. Vai planned to tour with it when it was stolen, along with 3 others from a rehearsal space in Pasadena, California. Decades later, a man discovered it in the attic of his grandparents' home in Tijuana, Mexico. It was apparently left behind by a previous resident. The man posted photos online. One of Vi's friends recognized it. Now the guitar has been returned to Vi, who says it's in good shape. In fact, it looks like it's never been played in the last 36 years. And if life had turned out the way Gina Lollobrigida had planned, she never would have been one of Hollywood bombshells of the 50s. No, she would have been studying art in Rome. That's where she was when a film director saw her walking out of art school. Lollobrigida was offered an acting job, needed the money, asked for a huge paycheck, figuring the director would say no. He did not, and that led to a successful acting career. But Lollobrigida never forgot art. Later in life, she gave up acting for sculpting, painting, and photography. Gina Lollobrigida died yesterday in Rome at the age of 95. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
What's the thing where they drag you behind the boat with the kite? Parasail. That's what. You tend to look at the rig that you're hanging from and notice the rust.
I did it. The strap broke.
No kidding?
I just got married in Jamaica, and no, just ripped a little bit. It was kind of scary.
Did you fall?
No, we didn't fall. Just kind of.
Hang on.
It was a double thing.
So it didn't really break.
Well, it felt like it was going to happen to me.
What a great story. Were you up there with your bride?
All right, let me retell that. The strap broke, and my wife died.
Now you've got
Well, now you're just wishful thinking.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. They put the F in professional.
Time now for the guy who would rather watch Star Wars than have sex.
Hey, babe. I was talking to the girls over at Delta Gamma, and they were thinking you and I should drop by and have a little fun.
Hold on one second. This is the best part. Vader's got Luke cornered.
Come on, honey. Why don't you corner me in the DG house? There's a sorority full of girls just dying to feel your force.
Oh, wow. Just look at the way Vader swings his lightsaber. Wait. Luke's about to get his hand cut off.
You know, we'd really like to see the way you swing your lightsaber. I told all the girls about it.
Dude, here it comes. Vader's gonna tell Luke he's his father. That's not true. That's impossible. Come to the dark side, Luke.
Baby, you can come to the dark side if you want, right now.
I'll never turn to the dark side. I'm Luke Skywalker.
Fine, forget it. You're more like Luke Skywhacker. Enjoy going Han Solo tonight, dork.
Those are two separate characters, and actually it's pronounced Han, not Han. See, Han was actually a Corellian orphan who became a smuggler, and Luke was the son of Anakin who became a Jedi.
All right, that's enough. This has been the guy who would rather watch Star Wars than have sex.
That is so sad.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 20.
Big cash.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, pal?
Hanging out.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Tommy.
Thank you very much. I've got a couple more of these trucker requests we're going to get going on. It was great to hear that Legend of John Fox. That's such a good song, Pat.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I haven't heard that in a very, very long time. The true story of the so-called comedy condo in the days in which the traveling comedians would stay in the so-called condo. Did you?
They're still around.
What a horrible thing to do to people.
No, some of them were great, some weren't, and comedians I think learned, hey, let's
stay away.
Behave ourselves.
Of course.
We're all in this together. John Fox.
Yeah. Would the sheets be cleaned?
Yeah. Most of them were really
crunchy.
I mean, I stayed in some nightmare condos, and I stayed in some that were very nice. So
I can remember here there were a couple different places, and I remember one of them. I was dropping off a comedian after the late show on a Saturday. And I think I might have told you this story. I don't want to give the guy's name.
It was downtown.
It was halfway downtown. So kind of a high rise and
Exactly.
We were driving down a main road that bisects the city, and he goes, "We're like a couple hundred yards from the condo." He goes, "Here's what the deal is." He goes, "Let me out here."
Yeah.
And if I cross the street with that woman, drive away. If I don't, pull up and pick me up.
Oh,
He's making up a
propositioning.
It was a prostitute.
Yeah.
I'd never been involved with this kind of type of thing.
Very exciting.
Red light behavior.
But hey, when you hang out with Tim Cavanaugh, that's what you get, baby. He's picking up chicks. He's out there.
He does like a whore.
He sure does.
Poor Timmy.
He's
Whatever
crazy.
Dark secrets that Tim.
See, those are all lies. It was not Tim. In fact, and it was not John Fox. This particular comedian is no longer with us.
Oh, okay. Did he go with the woman?
Yes, he did.
Oh, so it worked out.
I guess.
For everybody involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny guy.
How about that?
Not anymore.
No.
Dead.
Well, he's still probably still funny, but he just says much
that woman
less.
had murdered him for his watch.
No, there's more to the story. I really can't tell it.
Nice.
The comedy condo.
Is there anything you like more than starting I've got this girl, I can't tell you.
Yeah. He loves it.
No, I don't want to tell you.
I'll tell you off the air.
And then an hour later, you're into it and naming names and got pictures and photos.
Nobody keeps a secret like him.
That's correct. Now we have Christy Lee at the news desk.
He believes that.
What have you got, Christy? What's going on over there?
Well, speaking of dead, a huge skeleton of an 18th century man will finally be removed from a museum display.
People were much larger back then.
They sure were.
CNN.
This is a famous. The story has a famous background. It's actually fascinating.
Yeah, CNN reports that among the anatomical specimens housed at Huntinarian Museum is the skeleton of Mr. Charles Byrne.
This is an English thing. You should like this chick.
Huntarian.
What the hell is that?
Byrne had an undiagnosed benign tumor of the pituitary gland, which caused him to grow to be 7 feet 7 inches tall.
Large, very large.
London's Royal College of Surgeons of England said Byrne made a living by exhibiting himself as the Irish giant.
And by showing off his Pringles can-like wiener.
Had a dork on him, 13 inches long.
It was well documented that he wanted his body sealed in a lead coffin and buried at sea to prevent his corpse from being taken by, is it anatomists? Anatomists.
In other words,
he
when
didn't want to study for
when he
anatomy.
died, he didn't want to be displayed in a museum.
Right.
However,
which is what they did to the guy.
That's what they did.
First of all, a real quick question. Why a lead coffin? Is this like a superhero thing?
I don't know.
In case there's any kryptonite down there.
Ah, okay. But in any event, so this poor guy, after...
The museum's founder, surgeon, and anatomist John Hunter paid Byrne's friends to hand over his body after he died.
Buddies.
3 years later, Mr. Byrne's skeleton was put on display.
Yeah, excellent.
Yes.
Finally, the museum, following renovation, says it will no longer exhibit Byrne's skeleton and will instead display a portrait of Hunter that features Byrne's leg bones painted in the background.
Damn bones,
So if you're following this, what happened is... a couple hundred years ago, they took this guy's body and stripped it of its flesh, and his bones have been hanging in this museum for years.
Well, Dr. Hunter was the first surgeon, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there's a great book called The Knife Man, which is all about Dr. Hunter.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, what troubles me about this is like one of those situations in which, say, an author puts in his will, I have all these unfinished pieces.
Right.
Please burn them. And then they don't.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Which is happening more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that movie? There was a movie about a guy that didn't want anything done after his death, and then his family sold I forget what it was. In any event, yeah, this is sort of the same thing. It's kind of, I guess they had various ethicists say, look, this guy didn't want this.
Right.
Even though he's long dead, it's just not right.
Plus, do you really want a 7'7" ghost?
Yeah, sure.
Who's unhappy with you? That's a tall ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the world's tallest leprechaun, by the way.
Yeah.
Irish giant, yeah.
The Irish giant.
You know what? You can keep the gold. You're very tall.
Isn't that? But it's just. I mean, it's kind of a happy ending in a weird way.
Many years later.
What are they doing with the body now? Are they going to bury it in sea?
It doesn't say.
No, they're. It's if I didn't put this in there, it's available only for scientific research, although I don't know.
Well,
Which is what he also didn't want.
Well,
He's afraid
yeah.
the anatomist would get a hold of it.
I think the ethicists only won half the battle.
Okay.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't make a whatever. Couldn't they have taken the bones and, I hate to bring this up, put them in one of those, what are those called?
A bone grinder or something?
No, sorry. Where they can recreate anything in plastic now. What's that called?
3D printer?
3D printer. I'm surprised they didn't make a 3D printer version of all the bones and then hang them up again. But
yeah, just to show scale or something.
Yeah, but the whole point of the thing is this guy specifically didn't want that, and they did it anyway.
Who cares? Let's have some fun. Let's make a drumstick out of his femur. Let's have a good time with this.
Do you have a song, Pat?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's the least things that, least of the bad things Dr. Hunter did. He dug up graves and stuff. Him and his brother. It was crazy.
Oh, really?
First surgeon. Yeah.
How do you know about this?
This is a great book, The Knife Man. Yeah.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
How's that spelled? K-N?
Yes.
Okay.
K-N-I, not the A-U.
I thought it was the Night Man.
No, the Knife Man.
The Night.
So this guy was in in the 18th century. He was, would you say, 7 feet 7 inches tall?
Yes.
Which that'd be like 8'10" today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
With proper nutrition. You see, that's not true.
Let's take a break.
Sure.
Okay, sure. I just think it's fascinating that they kind of half-assed in an ethical manner said, okay, this is wrong.
Yeah, and then you didn't even tell us that part, that they still are going to let his body be.
Yeah, that's not what he wants.
That's not what he wanted at all.
What's he going to do about it?
Well,
haunt.
Yeah, see, this is the thing now where they're returning some of the stolen
artifacts
from graves in foreign countries. Hey, maybe it's not really a great idea for this thing to be sitting in a museum in Houston when it came from a pyramid in Egypt.
Sure.
Is there a guy named Arthur Fax? Call him Artie Fax. Is there a guy?
That's fine, yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Why don't you spend some time looking that up?
Well, maybe you'll take a break now.
Okay, when we come back, good point. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Anyway, this song. Mike, if you're out there. Hey, little buddy, don't even worry. Everything is going to be okay. I could have told you when you started making money that the world was going to treat you this way. Forget your first wife, she was no good for you. She was a gold-digging bitch, and her mom was too. Hey, Iron Mike, don't let them get you down. Hey, little buddy, don't look uneasy. You just keep your eyes fixed on this fight. If that mean old Don King don't give us back all of your money, I say that you and I, we just go take it back some night. You're still the champ, man. Everybody knows you are. Come on, Iron Mike, let's take the Porsche down to the titty bar. Come on, champ. Come on. Hey, little buddy, don't get angry. God, please, at least not at me. I'm right behind you all the way. Oh, compadre, you just say whatever you want to, and I will agree. Who washed every car in this 10-car garage? Who carries the boombox in this entourage? Me, Mike. God damn it. Me.
Oh, God. Todd Snyder.
at the Meyer Theater. Check out the Meyer Theater for tickets, or check out thatjosharnold.com. But get them before they're gone. Greg Hahn, David Dyer, and Josh Arnold. My gosh, what a great show. And David Dyer joining us this morning live right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Nepalese authorities Tuesday began returning to families the bodies of victims of a flight that crashed Sunday. Said they were sending the aircraft's data recorder to France for analysis as they try to determine what caused the country's deadliest plane accident in nearly 30 years. The flight plummeted into a gorge Sunday while on approach to land at the newly opened Pokhara International Airport in the foothills of the Himalayas, killing at least 70 of the 72 people aboard the plane. Searchers found the plane's cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder Monday and combed through debris scattered down the 300-meter, 984-foot deep gorge in search of people who remain missing but presumed dead. Another body found Tuesday, too, still remain missing. The ninth in a three-week series of major winter storms churning through California, mountain driving remaining dangerous, flooding risk high near swollen rivers, even as the sun has come out in some areas. Heavy snow continues to fall across the Sierra. National Weather Service discouraging travel. A barrage of atmospheric river storms has dumped rain and snow on California since late December, cutting power to thousands, swamping roads, unleashing debris flows, and triggering those landslides. President Joe Biden will travel to California's Central Coast on Thursday to visit areas that have been impacted by the extreme weather. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, folks. Billy Mazing here with another amazing revolutionary product exclusively for Bob and Tom Show listeners. Ladies, how many times has this happened to you? You've spent a night hitting the bars and drinking way more than you should, but when it's time to hurry to the bathroom and vomit, your BFF is making out with some guy by the jukebox. Suddenly, you don't have anyone to hold your hair. Well, now your worries are over thanks to my amazing Barf Away barrettes. Only $19.95 for a set of two, 3 sets for $89.95 plus shipping and handling. Yes, these fashionable accessories can be attached at the first signs of queasiness, holding even the most unruly quaff out of the line of fire. Each Billy Mazing Barf Away barrette utilizes oversized pinch clips, making them simple to apply, even for the most impaired fingers. Just put them on as you're making a beeline toward the facilities, and don't worry about a thing. Barf Away barrettes work like magic to keep your hair swept back from your face and free of stomach contents, tooth fillings, and toilet water. You'll emerge from the bathroom or back alley stylish, empty, and ready for more.
Yeah.
Just clip it, unload, and forget it. Best of all, if you order in the next 5 minutes, I'll include a tub of Bio Be Gone breath mints for absolutely free plus shipping and handling of $29.95. What comes up or down is nobody's business but yours with these powerful breath scrubbing mitts. So what are you waiting for? Order my Billy Mazing Barf Away barrettes and Bio Be Gone breath mints, and let's get this party started. I'm Billy Mazing.
Donation.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Present.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold's here.
Here.
You came back.
I came back.
All right.
We were worried you left.
I just got some agua. Got a little water.
Yeah, stay hydrated. It's important.
Very. Keeps your skin nice.
Yeah.
Are you mad at me for drinking water?
Bueno. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now,
more pictures of snakes having sex all morning.
It's the hottest thing yet. I mean, it's
Thanks
the
a
most
lot.
Interesting.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
do
Thanks
you
a
want to
lot.
explain why you're discussing this dumb thing?
There's a goalie from the Las Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL, and he's in, evidently he's filed bankruptcy. He went chapter. He went 7. He did the 7. Couldn't afford 11. And evidently he has $50 million in debt. He signed a 5-year, $25 million contract to 2020. $50 million in debt, but part of that includes almost $2 million in snakes.
Yeah. He purchased exotic snakes.
And I'm not making any of this up.
It's a fascinating story.
And, of course, if we talk about snakes, we have to talk about snakes having sex.
Yeah.
And then people are sending me pictures.
He was apparently breeding snakes.
And he got mad because they were breeding too quickly or something. And it made him...
it's devalued the snakes because they were no longer as exotic as they once were.
Basic supply and demand.
Incredibly. So he's screwing all these people out of money he owes them.
And
no, he's not. No. He's a good man. Just he got a little underwater.
$50 million? How many snakes do you have to buy?
That's a lot of snakes.
There have to be. He got to have cars or boats or something to get that deep.
And then some guy told me about wild. I once wrote you to tell you venomous snake babies.
Yeah.
Don't have more stronger venom than adults. Evidently, we were speculating about that one morning.
Oh yeah, he's correct.
I've always heard that the baby snakes did have more.
That wouldn't make sense.
Well, no,
the notion was they were born with all of it. No, that apparently is not true. But
no, the snake body manufactures it in the poisonary gland.
That's exactly right.
Now, the email goes on. I'm now writing to tell you I have seen multiple sets of wild rattlesnakes getting it on.
Wow.
My favorite of these observations was when I accidentally walked up on a pair and the female pulled her male under a rock by his genitals.
That's hot.
Talk about intimate.
How about that?
During my research, I also had to sex the rattlesnakes, and all I can say is they were quite literally abducted and probed.
How'd you like to sex a rattlesnake?
How did you pull a rattlesnake?
So the snake, they're attached, all right?
They do
the
have
snake. The female snake slithers away, and the male is attached and is being dragged.
Oh, okay.
But they do have little doors where their genitals are.
Yeah.
And they make the
I'm sorry,
Tom is so grossed
I'm
out.
rallying, trying to give a damn about any of this,
They
and I
make the
don't.
same noise as the doors on Star Trek when they open. Same thing.
Know that. Thanks for enlightening.
2 rattlesnakes having sex. It's like a beautiful maraca solo.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
It's lovely.
Yes.
You say this form a giant ball, sometimes with multiple snakes?
Pythons,
it's a gang fang.
A gang fang?
Yeah, it's a gang fang.
Wow. Great.
I like the maraca solo.
Yeah.
For too long, he's been in this band, just keeping him backed up. He has to shine, the maraca player.
Do you think they rattle when they do it?
You think that? Well, they'd have to because they're moving. Do you think the guy snakes sit around and go, so you're going to get any fang tonight? You think they probably do, right?
Teeth.
Too much fang.
But no, better go downtown and get some of that poon fang.
She's all throat, though.
Poon fang.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's fun.
Could we get off this jackass topic? I don't care about this dumb hockey player screwing all of these people out of their money.
Snakes, though, aren't you?
Snake tongue. Oh, Willie, tell us a story. You scared him with a snake.
We were kids, and we were going on a road trip up to Michigan, and then we put a bunch of fake snakes on the steering wheel, and my dad came in from the gas station bathroom and goes, oh, real funny. Do you want to kill your father?
Real funny.
90% of snake bite deaths from heart attacks.
Total lie.
And I think it's higher.
It's just simply not true.
The beauty of it, when a dad yells real funny, it makes it way funnier. He wanted us to think he was mad, but when you're mad, it makes it even better for us.
Oh, boy.
Next.
Ukrainian officials are...
He's still mad about it.
Ukrainian officials are crediting an unlikely ally in defending the country against Russia.
Snakes. It's snakes again.
Not snakers. It's not snakers.
Snakes should now be called snakers. It's a better name for them. They are snaking around.
Where are my rattlesnakers? They're like boats.
I like my rattlesnakers.
Oh, good coffee's here. I can stop listening even harder.
Now I can really concentrate on not listening.
Now you can really relax.
You're a real jerk.
I love
Just a mean
This has
man.
been great. We got snakers. We got snorgies. We got, you getting fanged tonight? Come on.
These aren't snakers. These are beavers.
Oh.
Military spokesman says beavers are unwittingly helping Kiev by building dams that keep the ground in areas along the Ukraine-Belarus border marshy and impassable.
Really?
Some guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce said,
Come
quote,
on.
when they build their dams, normally people destroy them, but they didn't this year because of the war. So now there's water everywhere. According to Reuters, the beavers' work, coupled with difficult terrain from an unusually mild winter, means a Russian assault from across the border is unlikely for now.
Yeah, the tanks would get all bogged down, literally.
Yeah.
So
good.
I mean, good for them.
Thank you, Beaver.
Damn. Well, thank you, OJ.
Sari Kominski is the guy's name, actually.
Very good.
You nailed that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of an amazing turn of events.
Sure.
Pat, have you ever seen a Ukrainian beaver?
Up close, yeah, in the wild I have. Nightclub.
Furry.
Long time ago.
I insist we come back with a Ukrainian beaver song.
Oh, boy.
Well, I saw him reach for his guitar. He's got something, doesn't he?
No, I thought maybe Tom would be going for an old chestnut from the past.
Oh.
I suppose we could. I mean, this is about the positivity of beavers.
Oh, that.
There's a poster. You know that famous Rosie the Riveter poster?
Sure.
It's like the Rosie the Riveter poster with a beaver on it.
Oh, really?
Going, we can do it.
They spell it
the beaver saving off. That's great.
I used to have a beaver.
You did?
Pet beaver, yeah.
A pet beaver.
His name was Clint.
Yeah?
Clint Eatswood.
Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Wait a minute. That's the funniest thing you've ever said.
Check.
And you're sitting on it?
That's the Diet Pepsi talking.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You don't mean that.
Okay. Clint Eastwood. Come on.
No. Clint Eastwood.
No.
Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint.
Oh, Clint? Oh, sorry.
Where did you get
I don't even think you can. What?
Drink your coffee and let us do a show.
I thought you were going to take a nap.
Pat, you going to play your tribute to beavers?
Now?
Now?
I think we're off the air.
I think
That's the best time to play it.
I'll only do it if you heckle me all the way through. Yes, you want me to do it?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Hey, I went to a place that served exotic dishes like elk and wild boar. I heard it was delicious, but one thing I ate made me sick. It's so sad to see a good beaver gone bad.
Vagina pun.
Good beaver gone bad. I'm talking sweet pudding. It was tough and dry. It was tough and dry. I took a whiff and almost fainted. Oh, the pink had turned brown, and it tasted kind of tainted. You take your chances eating out. Oh, I should have had to try. Good beaver gone bad. Oh, you want it fresh. Don't let it spoil rotten. Or leave it hanging around where it's forgotten.
Old.
You better eat it while it's hot, because pretty soon it's not. Oh, good beaver goes bad. Zap. Nice. Very nice.
No, let him do the flugelhorn, please.
Oh, her love is dried up. It once was so delicious. She's cruel and she's cold now, vile and vicious. She was up to no good while she gnawed on the wood. Yeah,
implying is huge. Remember?
Beaver gone bad. A good beaver, good beaver, good beaver gone bad. Zappa-da-boop-ba, da-da-da-da. Very nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Patty G. And the classic, Good Beaver Gone Bad, about eating exotic dishes that was a name that was inspired by a restaurant we used to go to that had all kinds of exotic meats.
Yes.
Now, speaking of which, on this show coming up this week, we're going to be eating, am I correct in saying we're going to be eating yak?
That's the rumor.
We had a story about some yak, Y-A-K, and the yak apparently we have been told is delicious, so we're going to be eating yak on the show. Is that tomorrow or Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay, good. I'm sort of looking forward to that. Right now, hey, speaking of great food, this is where HelloFresh comes in, because we're all busy, and the clock is out there ticking all the time. And how about this? How about taking control of that clock and taking control of your time and getting some great food? HelloFresh has a bunch of great new stuff, the new fast and fresh recipes like the falafel bowls or Southwest pork and bean burritos, ready in just 15 minutes. What is HelloFresh all about? Well, they do the shopping and they send you the fresh ingredients. You put them together and have restaurant-quality food. You're saving a bunch of money on the groceries because they're buying in bulk, and it's 25% less expensive than takeout on average. Eating well is important this year. Willie, what's some of the latest from HelloFresh?
How about you check out the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper pepper, and Parmesan. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious, colorful pasta dish that you made at home with help from our friends at HelloFresh.
The ingredients are pre-portioned. They've done the measuring. You follow the recipes. Very easy because they've got pictures. So you know, and if you can't tell a potato from a tomato, I hope you can. They make it even easier because some of the food's pretty exotic, and they've got everything from comfort food to whatever you're into, including vegan recipes. Get the details at HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. Why the new code? Why the BTShow22? 22 free meals and free shipping. So remember that, BTShow22 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow22. When we come back, we're going to be speaking with comedian Dave Dyer. Plus, we have lemurs in the news. And do you want to date a musician? Apparently you do, ladies. We'll find out about that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. We call it Bob and Tom's Work Farce. All the fun without really that much effort. Keep that smile going all day long and keep your coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. It's us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. And don't worry, shh. We won't tell your boss that you're listening. You just keep pretending like you're doing those monthly reports, and we'll keep our secret safe, and we'll keep you laughing all day long right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Ukraine's First Lady will give a rare international address as the World Economic Forum's annual gathering in the snowy Swiss town of Davos gets into full swing. Olena Zelensky's appearance is part of a new push by President Zelensky and his government to obtain more foreign weapons to defeat against Russia's invasion and squeeze its enemy's economy. An Indiana man facing criminal charges after a young boy was allegedly seen holding a handgun and pulling the trigger outside their apartment. Fox 59, citing a police report by the Beech Grove Police Department, said 45-year-old Shane Osborne of Beech Grove was arrested Saturday for felony neglect of a dependent. Live footage of the arrest was filmed by and broadcast on the reality TV show called On Patrol Live, which follows law enforcement officers on duty. Neighbors alerted police, and the video of the young boy playing with the gun captured on a security camera and seized by police in their investigation. And a man made off with $300,000 cash in a bizarre Brinks truck robbery outside a Brooklyn bank last week. According to police, the thief swiped an unattended money bag from the armored truck's bumper, while 2 other men distracted the Brinks employee by asking for directions. The incident happened around 1 o'clock in the afternoon on January 6th during a bank money drop at a Chase Bank branch in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Police have released photos of the men and asked for the public's help in finding them. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for this single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. Oh, no. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
He wants to know if we've started the plans to celebrate Josh's 7th anniversary on the show.
Let's have it involve a penny farthing.
One of the bicycles with the giant front wheel. You want to try it,
You
right?
know what?
For your amusement, right?
Yeah, yes.
With our loading dock the way it is, he could actually probably get on a penny.
Yeah, and then he could actually break his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he'd probably break his elbow, Willie.
I'll be padded up.
Worst that could happen is he falls, and every time he goes by the coffee maker, he pisses his pants. That's the worst.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Hey, Bob, you okay?
Why do you ask, Tom?
I noticed you're scratching your crotch and kind of clutching your chest.
Yeah, well, I have jock itch and a really bad case of indigestion.
Have you taken anything for it?
That's just it, Tom. I don't know what to take.
Here, try one of these.
Okay, you're the doctor, but what is it?
It's the only medicine you can take that relieves both painful indigestion and pesky jock itch at the same time.
What's it called?
Bob, it's from the people who make Tums. It's called Scro-Tums.
Huh?
Tom's right, Bob. New Scro-Tums can relieve indigestion and jock itch in just minutes.
Feeling better, Bob?
Oh, like $1 million.
Let me buy you a beer.
Great.
And how about some nuts?
Thanks.
Yes, thanks to Scro-Tums, Bob can have a handful of nuts without attracting disgusted stares or worrying about a bad case of indigestion. Scro-Tums, the only product on the market that relieves jock itch and indigestion at the same time. Get your hand out of the front of your pants, put it in your back pocket, pull out your wallet, and buy some Scro-Tums today. Just look for the fuzzy little bag the next time you're at the drugstore. Scro-Tums from Frigamall Pharmaceuticals, the same people who brought you the product that relieves painful corns on your feet and itchy hot hemorrhoids. Cornhole H. Right, Bob?
Rightio.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Still here.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Now, the plan is to hook up with, there he is, with comedian Dave Dyer, who's, as you can see, just tried out for the stage play version of Lex Luthor.
Hey.
He's from the future.
Hey, Dave, are you is that you at your house?
It is. It's in my little office downstairs.
Now, I can't help but notice on the wall over your left shoulder, it looks like a bunch of framed diplomas.
Yeah.
Many certificates?
Well, those are a lot of my firefighter certifications.
I see.
You can go through them if you'd like.
That's okay. That's okay. You're a full-time firefighter. That's a lot of certifications up there. I can see 10 of them.
There's you got to know a lot. It's not just yanking on a hose and opening up a bale, for God's sakes.
Yeah, yanking on a hose is something some of us are pretty familiar with.
I haven't a certificate for that.
Now, it's my understanding that you're going to be a part of a very special program with Greg Hahn and Josh Arnold in Green Bay at the Meyer Theater Saturday, January 21st.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hahn it's always interesting to catch up with Hahn. Last time I worked with him, he was trying some FBI interrogation techniques that he just read about on me all weekend. So very difficult conversations to have with him. And the last time I worked with Josh, I think the last time we worked together was possibly that gig in Tiffin.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite moments of the night is that you had your cozies or beer koozies you were going to be selling after the show and walked towards me without even me saying anything. You looked at me and goes, yeah, they're cozies.
Yep.
What do they say?
Oh, lots of things.
Yeah, one says half fat. The other says I'm a feminist, but I'm also a pervert, based on a very fine joke of mine. And then the third is my legs are all wibbly-wobbly, which, again, based on a bit I do, that just destroys. So you'll really have to...
You got Bambi legs, too?
Dave, by way of background, you are a full-time firefighter. We should point that out.
Yep.
And you are also a big fan of a certain physical fitness regimen. Are we still doing the...
I have not been doing CrossFit for a while because the gym that I used to go to closed down during the pandemic. And then I just kind of started working out from home. So I've been doing a lot of old school curls, benching, things like that. So someone want to spot me, and then there's nobody home. So.
I see. Well, you're looking fit.
I feel good. Yeah. Thank you.
And you're doing the full Lex Luthor shaved head thing now.
I don't have an option. I don't have an option. If I grow this out for a week, it looks like I crawled out of a fiery car wreck. It's just horrible. It's just very spotty, and there's no pattern to it. This is truly the only option I have.
Do you do this to yourself, or do you have someone do it for you?
Oh, yeah. No, you can't put somebody under that kind of pressure and go in and sit down and say, hey, here's a cat turd. Give me the Mona Lisa, for gosh sakes.
Tom,
look how round his head is.
Yeah, he's
perfectly shaped.
Very few dents.
Yeah,
I've worked on it. I sleep with a pan on my head to keep this shape.
Yeah, it is very ovular.
Does the missus rub it or kiss it?
No, we've been married 30 years. She doesn't even look at it. Kidding me?
Now, you have to sleep at the firehouse half the time, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Basically the way your schedule works, you're there 9 or 10 days a month, and you stay overnight. We do 24-hour shifts. So,
does your wife like the fact that you're sleeping elsewhere?
I think she loves it. We look at 30 years, we still love each other, but after 30 years, you've basically become the Rolling Stones. I'm Mick, she's Keith, and other than the time we're on stage, we really don't have a whole lot of interaction. She's totally fine with it.
So you're getting no satisfaction.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, the firefighting thing fascinates me because I know it's very dangerous, and you've got to know what you're doing. Does your particular firehouse have the pole? And
they don't. You know what? That's a safety thing. You'll find very few, unless there are some really old firehouses that still have them, but because of safety things, they don't even put them in anymore. There's in the city of Grand Rapids. I work for Grand Rapids Township, but in the city of Grand Rapids, I think they have 2 old stations that still have poles, but that's it.
Yeah, Chick and I did our show from a firehouse that had the pole.
Sliding up and down the pole. Yeah.
There's an old pole at the firehouse near mine, Captain Pekarsky. Now, what he does is he
bowls first every Tuesday night, of course, and then.
Do you have to cook ever at the firehouse?
Sometimes, yeah. The department I work for is a pretty small department, so there's usually just 2 of us at the main station. But yeah, we go quite often and grill out and make all kinds of stuff. So,
okay.
Yep. Yeah.
And are the bedrooms on the same floor as the trucks?
Yes. Yep. In fact, the bedroom that we sleep in, there's literally 2 doors, one in, and then there's one on the other side of the door that goes right out into the bay where the truck is.
Okay.
Have you had to be awakened in the middle of the night to go to fight a fire?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what they do.
Not a lot, but yeah.
Do you sleep in your clothes just in case?
Nope. I'll sleep in like a pair of sweatpants and one of our shirts, one of our T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Because, especially in the middle of the night, if we're going out for a fire, I'm putting my bunker clothes on, my pants and my coat and everything. So that's all going over that.
So in the summertime, just go fight the fire in your shorts?
Yeah. No, I wish. It's really hot. A summer fire is not something to look forward to.
I bet not. Ooh.
Well, what is your main duty? Are you a hose guy? Are you a driver of the truck? What is your thing?
Both. In a small department like ours, you kind of have to learn to do everything. Now, during the day, when I'm there, our chief is there during the day, so I drive, which means if you're driving, you're also doing the pumping. So if you come up on a fire, you're running the pump and getting all the water and all the hoses and everything. And then he leaves at the end of the business day, and another guy comes in and works overnight with me, and then I switch to what's called the officer seat on the right side, and then I'm kind of making the decisions, and then that guy's driving and running the pump.
Have you ever driven the fire truck through a drive-through and forgotten how tall it is?
No.
Okay, that'd be pretty funny.
I tell you what, it is so much fun driving a fire engine. You get very good at knowing how things work, and it's a lot of fun. It's look, obviously somebody's, you want to, do your job to keep the people in the community safe, but running down the street with those lights and sirens going, it's pretty fun.
Thrilling.
I'll bet.
Oh, yeah.
I'll bet. We're talking with comedian Dave Dare. I'm sorry, I did this. It's fascinating to me, the life of the fireman.
Sure.
And do you guys play a lot of cards? Do you watch TV? Do you?
No, we'll watch a little TV, but during the day, I mean, you try to keep yourself busy. We do rig checks every morning. We make sure everything's working, everything's on the trucks. We do whatever kind of things around the community we have to do. We train almost every day, keeping our skills.
Dave, do you guys do you go to regular gas stations to fill up the trucks?
We do. Ours we do because we are not part of a bigger city department or anything like that has like a Department of Public Works or anything. So that we do go to a couple different gas stations in the township.
What are the groupies called for firemen? Aren't they like hose monsters or something? Or
boy, I wish.
Isn't that
hydrant hose?
Most of our groupies, and I'll tell you, this is one of the funnest part of the job. Most of our groupies are just the little kids. They just go nuts for it.
Oh, geez, that's awful.
Especially in the summer, we've got a beautiful park behind our station, and there's a playground. And all summer, kids are coming up to the station. They want to see the trucks and stuff. That's a lot of fun.
Do you have a dog?
That's what I was going to say.
Do you have a dog, like a Dalmatian?
Station dog?
No, we don't. We don't have a dog. They've talked about it, but no, they don't.
Anybody left a baby there?
Mm-hmm. Jesus, no. That's a thing.
It is.
That's a thing.
It's a very important thing. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, that's I'm pointing it out.
And it's kind of like a bank thing. They've got that tube you stick the kid in, and
there, the old pneumatic tube there. You put the
maybe I misunderstood the article I read. Maybe it's more like
It's not it's never happened, and I don't know if it's ever happened at our station or many stations, but there's a whole standard operating procedure. If that happens, what we have to do, who we have to contact, where we have to bring the child and everything like that. But that is a thing that people can if they don't feel they can take care of them, they can drop the baby off the fire station.
On a different note, you're at the fire station. You told me you do a lot of grilling out. So let's say you've got a steak on and the alarm goes off.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, that is sad.
Do you have to throw water on your grill or?
We have we turn the grill off. We luckily have a natural gas feeder right into the grill. We can turn that off.
Because it would be very embarrassing, and this happens every once in a while. A firehouse will burn down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's just not cool.
What you get used to at the fire station is that you structure your day. You truly structure your day with the thought always in your mind, at the top of your mind, that a call is going to come in at any time. So if you're doing something, you get involved with doing projects, but you don't get too involved because you need to be able to walk away at any time.
That's the way I feel about this show. At any minute, Chick's going to get up and leave. So we structure it in such a way that we can continue to move on after he has one of his hissy fits and storms out of here.
Every one of my hissy fits has been documented and justified.
Tom, do you feel that this helps or exacerbates the issue?
Oh, nice word. Spell it for me.
Hey, what's your dog's name? Don't you have a dog you absolutely love? We're all dog people. What?
Ollie. He's my border collie Aussie right here. Right here.
Let's see Ollie.
Ollie, pick him up. Show him on the camera. Oh, okay.
What's he doing?
He's humping his leg, and you don't want to.
Shoot, I can't get it over there by his bed. He's sleeping.
Clean your office for gosh sake.
No, I've got everything I need in here.
There's a method to the madness.
Yeah, talk about a fire hazard.
Yeah.
My God, one spark, that whole office is going whoosh. Dave Dyer is our guest. Dave is a stand-up comedian as well as now he's a professional firefighter.
Yep, as a comedian, he's a great firefighter.
And he'll be part of a show with the great Greg Hahn and Josh Arnold at the Meyer Theater in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Saturday, January 21st. I've already gotten this wrong once today. That's not this weekend. It's the weekend following that. I don't know why.
No.
We're there this weekend.
This weekend.
It's
January 21st.
What am I confused about? Oh, I'm sorry. I was confusing with this other event. Sorry.
I know why.
It's this weekend.
You don't know what day it is.
No,
So
you never
naturally,
do.
you'd be fuzzy on what
Today's
the weekend
the 17th.
No, wait a minute. It's
January 17th.
Today's Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Okay. No wonder we had so many Ace Cosby jokes.
Oh, jeez.
2 for Tuesday. Hey, Dave, I know that you're a professional comedian. Would you like to hear how it's done?
Say no.
No, say no.
Say no, thank you.
Sure.
Ace, do you want to show Mr. Dyer how we tell a joke here with the Ace Cosby special edition?
He must learn.
Yeah, this is the third or fourth today. Here we go.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I really love that show Happy Days. I was watching a marathon last night.
Yeah?
And I found out where Fonzie's favorite place for lunch is.
Where?
Chick-fil-A.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
I think, Dave.
Kind of a visual component there with the A.
Okay.
Now, why don't you teach Ace something and lead him into a burning building, will you?
No, you don't need that coat and pants.
I'm sorry. So that's this Saturday. Sorry, I keep getting confused about what day it is. This Saturday, once again, the Meyer Theater, Green Bay, with Greg Hahn, Dave Dyer, and Josh Arnold. That'll be fun.
Can't wait to see you.
Good. I'm looking forward to seeing you. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That will be a fun show.
Yep.
Silly.
I just hope the alarm doesn't go off when you're on stage. That'd be very
All right, do we have a quick second or no?
Yes, what do you got?
Well, I did. This something happened last year. I did get ordained last year.
Is that
If
right?
anybody's done that? Yeah. A friend of mine was getting married, and he asked me to officiate his wedding, and I said I'd be honored. And he goes, "Well, you got to get ordained," which turns out not very hard to do.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone said to do that. I was thinking maybe there's a book involved, a test, maybe an obstacle course with a cross strapped to my back. 2 clicks and a debit card, and you are in the game. $40. And although I sprung for the extra $15 deluxe package, which gave me a sign that hangs from my rearview mirror that says clergy, and pretty sure I can park wherever I want.
Oh, nice.
See, I did that. I should have signed up for the bonus leather case. I didn't know you got the sign.
You can park on water.
Yeah. It's a little purple sign and says clergy in gold on it.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Handy.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Dave. Have a great show
Thank
this
you.
weekend.
Yeah, good to see you,
soon,
Dave.
man.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I keep getting my days mixed up. I'm not living in my own house. I'm completely lost.
You got this. You got this.
Okay, thank you very
You're
much.
doing well.
But I tell you what I do have.
What?
I have the beautiful sound
Less
of
and
my
less
ears.
friends?
When I'm in my, first of all, you mean fewer. But the point is,
exactly.
If you had the proper earbuds in, you would have really enjoyed that last joke. And I'm talking about the Raycons because they're twice as good and half the price.
Yes, you are. And dear funny people, this is from Joe. I bought a pair of Raycon earbuds last year. And I've been very happy with them. I'm a long-haul flatbed truck driver, and I was on top of a load spreading my tarps when one earbud fell out and dropped down through the metal pipes. I was hauling to the deck. No way to get it. It sat there from Texas to Michigan, bouncing its way through 2 storms over 3 days. I unloaded the pipes, finally allowing me to get to my Raycon earbud, popped it in the charger, absolutely fine ever since. Got to give him credit for a tough product.
All right.
That's Joe and how he so loves his Raycon.
It's like the old Timex watch thing.
It keeps on jam.
We attach this Raycon earbud to an Evinrude propeller, and it's an outboard motor.
2023, the earbuds, especially the Raycon earbuds, are going to be indispensable. This is how you get your pair, a pair for yourself and somebody you like. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 15% off your Raycon order. It's just that simple. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom to score 15% off your Raycon purchase. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, can we squeeze in the lemur story?
Sure.
Okay, we got lemurs, we got history, we got a bunch of cool stuff happening still. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
With us in the studio now, 2 comedians. We are joined by Jimmy Pardo. Also, another guy, it's comedian Chad Daniels. Chad, I understand that you have an injury, that nothing humorous about it, but you look like you're in a little bit of pain.
Broke my tailbone.
Yeah. Did you break it like recently or
a week and a half ago?
Okay.
Tailgating,
How do you
following too closely?
You can't put a cast on that, can you?
No, you can't. No. I was drywalling. I kept bending over to measure and cut and everything, and I guess my leg muscles were too tight or something like that, and it kept rocking it back and forth till finally it snapped.
What? You didn't even hit it on me.
I didn't hit it on anything. From bending over, and that's the kind of shape I'm in.
Where's that toe?
Wow.
Never heard of such a thing. Yeah, the doctor said it happens a lot to pregnant women, which was really awesome to hear from your doctor.
Are your breasts tender?
No, they're not.
You're the first man for that to happen to.
Was it?
Wow.
It sounds like it was incredibly painful.
It sounds like it is painful.
My wife actually couldn't sit down for a while. Sympathy pains. What? What? Nailed it! Ding, 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 ding. I thought we said there was nothing funny about this. Ding, 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 ding. Wait a minute, hold it. Yeah! Hello, Friday morning.
Hello.
Yeah. It's time for the air base. Ooh, here we go. Come on now. Everybody got her?
This is the guy that perfected it, Jimmy Pardo, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is. Hey, hey, what the matter with the head?
the lyrics?
Little red ball.
Hey, hey,
Say it again.
Hey, hey, what the matter with your
Grab hot. Chicken? Oh, we've got something new.
What happened?
Oh, Lou Reed.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Jimmy Pardo on the air base, ladies and gentlemen.
Like you just don't care. Yeah.
Oh, you know, I go this way.
Oh, now suddenly it's in a stand-up acoustic. Oh, that's new.
Yeah, right.
I like that.
Very nice.
Hold your left hand higher. Remember, it's you.
Jerk.
It's not a stand-up cello.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
It's not a stand-up cello.
Got it. That's it. That's it. You ruined it. You ruined everybody's fun.
Sorry.
You ruined everybody's fun.
.com.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Monday night wild card playoff action in the NFL. Dak Prescott outplayed Tom Brady. Dak throws 4 touchdowns and ran for another. Cowboys 31-14 winners over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa last night. Dallas Cowboys kicker Brett Maher missed 4 straight extra points in that game last night. Jerry Jones, after the game, was asked if they're going to look for a new kicker for Dallas, and he assured everyone that they will not be looking for a new place kicker. NBA winners last night: Boston, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Golden State, Atlanta, Utah, Memphis, and the Lakers all win. Toronto wins in overtime, beating the Knicks. NHL winners in regulation: Florida, Boston, Colorado, Tampa Bay, Dallas, the Rangers, St. Louis, and Nashville all win. New Jersey wins in a shootout, beating San Jose, and Pittsburgh and Washington both win in overtime. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing a musical number written especially for this evening, the Disco Lifestyle Awards are proud to present Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
I do. Let's hit it, Marty. Here we go. I like to live the disco lifestyle. I like to live in a disco world. I want to disco marry you and have a disco family, and we'll all live in a disco. I love the disco lifestyle. I love the disco lifestyle.
All right, let's.
You know, disco is always. Oh man, man, I have lost my eye.
Oh, my. Okay.
I lost my
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. Believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our sight.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24.
That coming up in a few minutes.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
What do you got there? Oh, that's your headphone cord. I thought you had a barrette on your in your
No,
hands.
I just fiddle.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, guys, Christy's fiddling.
Fiddling.
Fiddling with something over there with her hands. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick, you like fiddle faddle?
Oh, I do.
I like fiddle faddle. I like screaming yellow zonkers.
Oh.
You like poppycock?
I like poppycock.
What are they?
I like it all. It's caramel corn.
Popcorn-based snacks.
Yeah.
Delicious. Yeah, there's Ace Cosby. Hey.
I'm a purist.
Well,
You see what Ace just did? Hey.
Cracker Jack is your loyal Cracker Jacker?
Oh,
No, I like just plain regular popcorn.
Oh.
You don't like caramel corn?
Not particularly.
There's Willie Griswold.
kettle corn?
Not especially.
What, do you like anything?
Yes, I like many things. I like popcorn like a pure gentleman would. A pure
Willie still owes me popcorn from Chicago.
Oh, yeah, I can bring you back. You want the Garrett's, the trio,
Yes,
the
I
caramel,
want
the
trio,
classic.
the cheese, yes.
I can swing that. I'm up there this weekend.
Yes, and you're buying it. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom.
cheese and popcorn. Oh,
oh it's delish, man.
Where are you playing this weekend, Willie?
Comedy bar up in Chicago. Going to be fun.
Oh, cool.
Well, that'll get my popcorn. Yeah, okay.
Now, we have a couple things I wanted to get to very quickly before we get to our history lesson.
I want an American Girl, so please go to the American Girl doll store.
I can do that.
Thank you very much.
Christy?
I want
No, I'm
the
good.
one from Nashville who plays the guitar.
I want a new guitar.
You do have that one?
I do have that one.
Do you need American Girl stuff? I've got
Bring
lots
anything
of it.
you got. I've got it. Well, not right now because I'm living in someone else's
Okay,
house.
well, when you're ready.
We've all heard about it.
I have.
I barely mentioned it.
I have my buddy who I play video games with. He listens to the show, and I was telling him a story about you coming over, and I just mentioned, I was like, yeah, my dad's actually not at his regular place right now. He goes, oh, yeah, I know. Heard all about it.
It's actually, there's a lot of positive stuff about living in someone else's house.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, what is?
Well, I'm literally...
Put holes in the wall, you don't care?
I do laundry every night.
Yes.
Okay.
I literally have 2 pairs of pants, maybe 4 shirts. It's great. There's not a lot of choices to make.
Yeah.
There might have been an incident yesterday where I had to search for more underwear. I found some in my office.
Good.
Where I have my
It was
suitcases
clean,
are stacked. Oh, it was clean. I always have clean shirts and clean underwear here.
Have you have like a brand new package of underwear and T-shirts and things?
No.
If you need it, you can just open the pack. That's the way Don Draper do it.
Yeah, no, you never wear clothing without washing it first.
Why the hell not?
Because it's full of germs from Vietnam or Thailand. They have spirochetes over that they have no idea in Western medicine how to cure them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So big you can
Never
see
put
them.
on factory underwear. You're just asking for trouble. Yeah. That's how you get that.
I've heard
your
their
balls get
syphilis
real
has-
big and they go into a wheelbarrow. Okay. Christy, we don't have time. We'll have to save the lemur story for tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do that. It's right here. I'll
Time
save
for
it.
our history lesson.
Time for our history lesson.
No idea what's going on here.
Today, January 17. Here's Tom. What year first? Where's our first stop, Tom?
Oh, God, I hate this.
Why?
Because I think it's the worst cartoon ever. No, the worst cartoon ever was Crazy Cat, but Popeye's a close second.
You didn't care for it.
Oh, stupid, not funny.
I like Popeye's mumbling. And you know he's saying horrible things.
Yeah,
You
a lot of
think?
slurs.
1929, Popeye makes his first appearance. That when I was a kid, I'd go outside and play, or even if it was raining, a Popeye's on next.
I watch it every now and again on Turner Classic Movies on Saturday mornings.
No.
What about the Robert
I don't really
Altman
like
masterpiece?
That's very off-putting to me. It doesn't look nice.
Yeah, that's a turd of a movie.
No kidding.
You got Shelley Duvall
Or Shelley Duvall.
thinning around.
Let's see.
even a
Okay, here we go,
human
Josh.
being,
This will
is
make
she?
you happy briefly. 1995, the L.A. Rams moved to St. Louis.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't really affect me too much. I enjoyed The Greatest Show on Turf when it was happening.
Georgia Frontnati, or what was her name?
Frontier.
Yeah, Fronti, something like that.
Let's see. 1997, the NBA suspended Dennis Rodman for kicking a cameraman.
Yep, I remember that. Clunk, right in the nards.
Oh, got him right in the Rodman, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if that had happened when he was in North Korea, he wouldn't be around anymore. Dennis, hello. Happy birthday. Let's do the birthdays. That's always fun. Benjamin Franklin, born in 1706.
When third president, yeah.
Invented the key party.
Did he? Benjamin Franklin.
Which then led to his discovery.
Yeah, electricity.
You know how that works, Christy?
Yeah.
You've been there. You throw your keys in a hat, go home with
been to a
That
key
would
party.
be the best Mark Russell joke if Mark was hip.
or alive. Yeah. This is the birthday and anniversary of Al Capone, 1899. You know what he was put in jail for, Christy?
No.
Not for murder, tax evasion.
Oh.
So didn't syphilis get him? Or?
I believe he died of venereal disease.
That's what I was going to say.
Ate most of his brain, I think.
He said, though, it was totally worth it.
Yeah. You should have seen her, he kept saying. You'd have done it, too.
Happy birthday. So every once in a while, someone will say, were you ever afraid to interview anybody?
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember we talked with James Earl Jones. I'm thinking, this is going to be really scary. And he was great, and he was really funny. The great James Earl Jones, the voice of CNN, et cetera, et cetera. And Darth Vader, of course.
Of course.
Happy birthday, 1939, Maury Povich. We've talked to Maury as well, now the judge.
Is he still married to Connie Chung?
I think so.
Okay.
The birthday today of the great Muhammad Ali, 1942.
No kidding.
Do you suppose you ever bought a George Foreman grill?
Probably was gifted one.
I was going to say probably a lot of them.
That would have been the great. I wonder if he would have done that.
Gorilla in Manila?
Yeah.
The gorilla in Manila.
Mm-hmm.
God, why haven't they brought that out yet?
Real name, Samuel Clemens. A lot of people
very close.
Yeah, don't know that.
Happy birthday to the great guitarist and songwriter Steve Earle, the comedian Jim Carrey, and Josh.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Michelle Obama.
Yes. I know she'll be celebrating with
her husband?
Some carrots and celery or something. She won't eat cake. She's afraid of being fat because she hates fat people so much. Made them illegal one time.
Things we learned.
Happy birthday, Kid Rock. Happy birthday. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know who this is. Lil Jon. Is that the guy from Robin Hood?
No, he's the okay guy.
But that is the guy from Robin Hood, right?
Till sweat runs down my bone.
369, damn y'all fine.
That's Lil Jon?
Things we learned today. Will Tom Brady retire? I claim I was in the... No, it's not a claim. I was in the Blue Man group for 6 years. 6.5.
Good luck to Tom Brady, whatever he wants.
Harlem Globe... Yes, he's a wonderful...
Just leave him alone.
Harlem Globetrotters are tremendous athletes, Tom said. He saw them.
Oh, it's great. That's so much fun. Go, if you have a chance to see the Globetrotters, go see them. They're great.
There are free tickets somewhere, trust me.
Jerry Jones said he likes an Egg McMuffin.
He sure did. He was very excited.
But he has it delivered.
Yes.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Because he's sitting in the hot tub shaped like this.
I love the Egg McMuffin. Man.
Dipping, this quote from Josh this morning, dipping a Doritos chip is overkill.
That's right.
It's wrong.
I can't disagree more.
No, this is America. I'll dip a Doritos chip in chocolate pudding if I want to.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ruin it.
You are afraid of the possibilities of the world, Josh.
I am.
Tom Hanks
The
drank,
chocolate pudding, that affords a number of great jokes.
Diet Coke and champagne.
This was in my...
Yak meat and champagne on Thursday with Hooker the Cooker.
Maybe. The yak meat has not arrived yet. I was just informed.
Okay.
We're seriously having yak meat imported, and it has not arrived yet, so we're hoping it comes today.
We could have said it was yak meat.
I just found out.
We could have lied and said.
What was the Tom Hanks cocktail again?
It was Diet Coke and champagne.
And we're going to do that.
On Thursday instead?
Yes.
Okay, then I won't bring it in tomorrow.
Okay.
If you want to spring for the champagne, go for it.
I have some
Better
at
be
home.
good champagne, like Pierre Jouix or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I love that Jouix.
Pierre, what is it?
Pierre Jouix.
You mean Moet Champ? What is
No.
it? Moet? What is that called?
Moet Chandon.
That's that champagne?
Keeps the Moet Chandon
Real good. We done?
in a pretty cabinet.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow, Ace Cosby will redeem himself.
No, he won't.
We're going to do 5 jokes of the day just to see if we can get
Stinks on
5 jokes.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.